Okay. Welcome. Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hyper Game Dev. My name is Lise. I love learning how to develop games, and today I expand my learning to a new engine, well, new for me, and that's going to be Godot, or Godot, or Godot, or Godot. All of them probably wrong, except for the first one, I'm guessing. Let me know, how do you pronounce Godot? That's up to you. But yeah, I'm learning Godot today. It is a really cool engine. I actually haven't even booted it up yet. I mean, I have in my life, but right now, usually I have Unity or Unreal Engine, maybe not Unity anymore. Usually I have them ready to go, but I'm actually gonna load Godot right now, just so you can see how quickly it boots up. It is lightweight as all can be. I didn't even install it. You just download it and you run it. It's amazing. Sounds like a donut ad. Godot. Is that true? Godot. Welcome, Nemo. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you're doing great. Yeah, it's an interesting time right now for game devs. When I say interesting, I mean devastating because Unity just completely ruined their entire reputation. And it seems, yesterday I did a stream, I did a Unity stream, and I didn't even use Unity. And yeah, I kind of thought that Unity was gonna walk the new things back, and they kind of did, but barely. And it's seeming like there's a lot of long-time employees who are retiring now, who are resigning, who are leaving, and they fought it behind the scenes for a while before it was announced. So yeah, they walked it back like a little bit, like just a tiny bit. But not much. Unity backtracks runtime fee. I really feel like they didn't. Though. Begins backtrack, and it's still not enough. And the trust being broken is way too damaging at this point. And it's just, and again, seeing people leaving the company, that's not good. That's it. They changed their minds on multiple installs. That was a big thing. Now it's decided it will charge the fee only for the initial installation of a game. But a new fee for every device for a single person. It also claims it won't charge for small-scale demos, charity items, or Game Pass. Yeah, and so the thing about that is it seems like what they're going to require is that you work with them. So you have to you have to reach out to somebody on their team and negotiate with Unity in order to have your demos and charity Game Pass stuff, all that stuff not be included in the fees. So which is kind of potentially out of the scope for a lot of devs to even be able to do that. And still, the high cost for smaller games and the institution of new fees mid-development for many of these games, that is kind of the main thing. Mid and post-development. All right, so anyway, that's really not enough of a walk back, and I think it's too late. I don't even know if I'm going to keep streaming on this channel, Unity. I don't know. I just have to play it by ear. I'm going to see what other big creators are doing. But whatever. Unity's old news. It's old news. We're done with Unity. Well, I don't know if that's true, but it may be true. It may well be true. I'm doing Godot today. So I've never used Godot in my life. I did watch a couple videos, but that's about it. I guess I'll start a new project. We're going to say this is my first Godot. Let's not say that. I'm going to say Hello World program. This is my goal. My goal is to make a simple Hello World program and then complexify it as much as we can in the 3 hours that I have to stream today. So that's going to be the stream. 3 hours of me trying to make a Hello World sim in Godot the first time I'm using Godot. That's about it. You cannot save in this path. Oh, I feel like it probably doesn't like that I have a character with an accent mark. So I'll make a new path. We'll save it somewhere else. That's fine. Let's save it in the public folder. And we'll make a new folder. And this will be for Godot. All right. Done. Let's go. and it's going to be hello world program, renderer mobile. Let me zoom that in a little bit. Let me do a little zoomy. We got mobile, forward plus, and compatibility. Supports desktop platforms only. Advanced 3D graphics available. I'm not thinking we need 3D graphics right now, for whatever that's worth. Can scale to large complex scenes. Uses rendering device backend. Slower rendering of simple scenes. Mobile. How about compatibility just like starting to sound good to me? Supports desktop mobile platforms, less advanced 3D, less scalable for complex scenes, uses rendering device backend, fast rendering of simple scenes. Compatibility supports desktop, mobile, and web, least advanced 3D graphics, currently work in progress, intended for low-end older devices. I mean, not necessarily what we're doing, but uses OpenGL3 backend, fastest rendering of simple scenes. I'm just gonna do forward plus. We're just gonna do forward plus. I do want to set up Git. That is something that I'm gonna do in the future. Set up. Actually, I already have downloaded GitHub Desktop because one of my main motivations for doing Godot is that I have friends like Pierogigon who use Godot, and I want to collaborate with them. And so I want to also learn how to get repositories set up and to push updates and all that good stuff. So that's something that I'm also interested in. I don't know that I'm going to focus on that today, but I do have GitHub Desktop in case we get to that point. Hey, Pick and Choose, welcome. Yes, I am trying Godot today, and I will be continuing every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern, my journey in Godot. It's a short one today, but short for me. 3 hours, and then we'll probably get into some longer ones after this. All right, let's do create and edit. Now I only lingered for my own because I was like, talking and yammering. But this has been loading very quickly. Very, very quickly. It's extremely lightweight, which is exciting. Now, I'm a big fan of visual scripting. It engages my brain more, and I stay interested more in visual scripting. But Godot deprecated. They didn't deprecate it. They just like totally nuked their visual scripting stuff, and so. It doesn't have that, but I think I'm going to be focusing a lot on that today. I want to look at some of the stuff you can do in the IDE besides that, but I think GDScript is going to be more accessible than a lot of the other languages, so I'm excited to actually get into some text code today. Pick and Choose says, I haven't really put any time into learning any game dev outside of Dreams, but Godot is the one I'm most interested in trying. That's very interesting. Thank you for telling me that. That's really interesting to know. Yeah, I mean, I'm somebody who... I started game dev doing Fallout New Vegas mods, which is like not really game dev, but it isn't. It's adjacent. And then Dreams is what really like awakened me. Like, wow, game dev is awesome. I want to make games for the rest of my life. And so then I'm trying these new engines, Unreal, Unity, maybe not Unity anymore, Godot. I want to get into things like Click Team Fusion and stuff like that, GDevelop. So it's helpful to hear from another dreamer what it is that you're interested in gravitating towards, because that is sort of my experience as well, is like migrating from Dreams. So anyway, I want to let you know that if you want to see more Godot videos, live streams, and content, you can help this channel grow and YouTube know that the Godot streams are a-okay by hyper smashing that thumbs up button. Thank you if you do that. It helps so much. If you're watching this on mobile, you can swipe down and it's on the left side, the like button. If you're watching it on desktop, it should be right around there, like below me or something. Thank you if you hit that thumbs up button. I always truly, deeply appreciate it. And YouTube does too. YouTube says, great, this is good stuff. Looks a bit like Unity. Nemo, oh, I wasn't sure if you had used Godot before. That's interesting. I guess it does. It has a bluer hue. It has a blue. And it's more dark. It's more dark. I like it. It's like in a dark mode more so than Unity, I think. But I see it. I mean, we have the play button up here, which I guess Unreal does too. It also has, this isn't even the dark mode. I like it. Editor layout. Excuse me. We're fine. Editor settings. Oh, we can search. I love it. This is so good. This is so good. I still can't believe. I guess it is just in dark mode. I don't know that it isn't in dark mode. I think it just is in dark mode. So anyway, so I looked at a couple videos. Barely anything. But just how to generally get a hello world thing going. I'm going to sit in the 2D version for now. And let's see if I can figure this out. So in Godot, we have nodes, right? These are things that control how you do things. Please don't be here to learn. I am learning. This is a learn along. All right. So I can't teach you yet, but we'll get there. And I believe what I want, so there's different things here. We see multiplayer spawner. Oh, cool. Multiplayer synchronizer, navigating agent 2D, navigating agent 3D, skeleton IK 3D timer, world environment. So we got a lot of things, useful things here, right? Just because there is text code involved, that doesn't mean that it is necessarily, only like you're just thrown in a Visual Studio page and all you can do is type and that's it. Yes, it's big. I do make it big. I like it. It's very much intended. Yeah. Do you not like it? I can make it so I can make them smaller. I like it bigger because I prefer, focusing on like one chat at a time as opposed, let me tell you, there's a couple reasons. Number one, I like focusing on one chat at a time instead of having like a whole row. Yesterday, I think you joined us yesterday for the first time. And here's the thing is yesterday, I didn't have my normal stream setup. So this is my normal stream setup. Yesterday I didn't have my normal stream setup. So things looked a little different. I don't usually like to have the whole chat on here. The other reason is because I have very bad vision. I have terrible vision. And so if it's bigger, I can see it better. You don't mind? It's pretty neat. All right, very good, very good, very good. But I can always make it smaller. I do like it being big, so that way it's like, you're here with me. You're here with me. And I like focusing on one at a time. That's mainly for like spam reasons or if somebody says something really bad, I can at least filter it out. Or accidentally display it in 80% of the screen, as you said, which has happened, but I try to avoid it. So yeah, so we got a bunch of stuff that can help, build your games. Something that I want for my Hello World program is going to be evidently a label. We have a rich text label. I mean, a rich text label would be kind of nice. That would be kind of nice. Now, the tutorial I looked at was just for a label. Maybe we go for rich text label. Maybe we go for rich text label. We take it to another level, although there may have been a good reason why they didn't make it a rich text label. So we can type in here, hello world, and we can do all kinds of settings and stuff. What's gonna make it a good hello world program? Personally, I would like you to be able to do some control. You can press some buttons and some keys, and then it appears. Maybe we can like modify it and change it. Let's see what options we got over here. Let me see if I can't zoom this. How's the right side zoom looking these days? Sometimes I modify these in the moment. It's not too bad. I do like zooms. I like zooms. I'm a zoom fiend. Okay. We got, so this is just, so right here is, it actually does look like Unity now that you mention it, right? Because this kind of reminds me of like components, right? It's even got the kind of this bar here and then settings that are related to it. Now for being rich text, I will say, oh, here we go, markup. Okay, we got some more stuff here. Text selection. Is this can't be really, I feel like these are different things here, right? These are different. This is like the whole canvas. Yeah, this is like the whole canvas. Displayed text, visible characters. Okay, it's kind of interesting. Just kind of looking at it. So it looks like if we want to add rich text, we might have to get BBCode. Yeah, give me some BBCode. Let's go. Talking about some bold. Oh, yeah. Hello, world. All right. Okay. Context menu. What does that mean? Does that mean like I can right click on it or who knows? Anyway, so that's just piddling around a little bit. But what I kind of want to do is I want to do some GDScript stuff. Like that's kind of what I'm also interested in. So I just kind of wanted to make it bigger. I just kind of wanted to make it bigger. Like, can we at least do that? Maybe we should look up a tutorial. I just kind of wanted to make it bigger. Let's see what we can find. Let's look around. I'm going to try to stick to non-video tutorials for now. We're going to say Godot rich text label. Let's just BBCode. Oh, so it is BBCode. It does look like if you want to rich it, you got to go BBCode. That's it. That's the way it is. Okay. All right. Let me get into the GDScript of it all. So how do I even do that? Script. Oh, hello, script. Okay. And then do we add something new? Create a new resource in memory and edit it. Let's do it. I don't see new script. Here we go. Hey, Butter Shorts, welcome. We're doing Godot today. I'm doing it for the first time, but we can choose a language. So it looks like you can install other languages, which is very cool if you're more used to something else. Although I have a feeling GDScript is going to be worth learning. Hope you're doing good today, Butter Shorts. Template. I don't think we need to worry about any of this. I feel like we can just create it. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There's some stuff here already. Called with a node. Oh, ready. So ready, I believe, is sort of the event begin play or whatever kind of thing. If you're used to Unreal. Replace with function body. Called every frame. Delta is the elapsed time since the previous frame. Okay, very familiar to me. What's this pass? What is pass? Replace with function body. So we don't, do we not need that? Like if I say var a equals 5. Var a equals 5. Did I code? Did I code? You're getting college flashbacks? Yeah? I need to do coding, but I didn't like it that well. Oh, you're used to coding. I don't like it either. I mean, I like coding. I don't really like text coding. I like visual coding. It just is more interesting to me. But I think GDScript might be like, if there's any text code that I can get down with, I think it's going to be GDScript. How was it? How is it? I just got started. I'm gonna look up. Let's look up a video. Who am I kidding? I want to look up a video. I did find a video. Let's see if I can remember. Let me just pull up a playlist. I think that's going to be easiest. I did find a video series that I liked here. And it's pretty simple, and it's not like the most advanced thing, but it's from this channel, Game Dev with Drew. I like these videos. They're fun. You can subscribe if you like. Game Dev with Drew is the channel. And it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward stuff. But I'm a beginner. That's kind of what I need. The simpler, the better. So we're going to follow it because I like having somebody. Here. And what I like about these tutorials is they're very simple. Oh yeah, hello world. See, look, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Everyone, and welcome back to Game Dev with Drew.
Thank you.
I've probably already hit 200 subscribers by now, but I'm gone in California, as you guys are seeing. Life.
So he's using this GDScript playground thing.
And run that. Load.
Now here's the thing. He's typing in things to help learn how to use this. Oh, print. So then I wonder if I do this code, print hello world, like can I point that at the label, right? So it prints it. So I would want to have like a label. Let me go, so up here we have these different options at the top. 2D, 3D script asset library. I'm gonna go back to 2D. We have our hello world in here. If I just like make that say nothing, right? We just leave it blank. I wonder, print hello world. Like that's great and all, but where's it gonna print it? You know? How's it gonna know where to print it? So we have function ready. That's this right here. So I think we can get rid of this stuff and we can say print. Oh, and look at you got some auto completing. I like it. I like it very much. You just got started with Godot too? Nice! We're in it together! We can do this together. That's awesome. How you liking it? I mean, I guess, it depends on what you started with. Print hello world. I will forego the exclamation point. Now, if I just do this, I mean, I can't imagine much of anything is going to happen. No main scene. Yes, I think this is a great main scene. And we can save it. Oh, rich text label is the name of it. Hello world label. Okay. All right. Here we go. Nothing. Great. No, it's not loaded yet. It's not loaded yet. Okay, now it's loaded. Okay, nothing is there. So I feel like we have to point the print hello world to something. So how do we do that? I know that this video isn't going to help me. How to add text to a label in Godot. Now we also could find a insert text in label. Nice. Okay, cool. We also could dissect other logic. I have downloaded something else, but let's see if we can find this. I have a label set up for entering numbers into comma. It all works fine. What I'm trying to do is have a space insert automatically between the third and fourth digit. So they've got a variable. Oh gosh, text code is so boring. Oh God, text code is so boring, you guys. Okay. It's just a bunch of text. It's just a bunch of text. You know how to code, so it's pretty easy, at least for you, in terms of moving stuff, scaling, etc. Okay, that's good. That's good. This is set text. So then, okay, let's just look at this video. I hate text code, you guys. I'm gonna try to like it. I swear I am. I promise I'm gonna try.
Textless game. What you do is you add a scene called label.
This is from Brett Makes Games, is the YouTube channel. Brett Makes Games.
And what you do is you add a scene called label. And there's also a rich text label, which we'll get into after. But
okay.
Label is your basic text. And you can display all kinds of things here, like text. We'll just put hello text. Godot. And you'll see it come up right away up there.
Yeah.
This label has all kinds of properties. Settings.
Speed it up.
It has alignment. Alignment is actually pretty useful. So like if you made it the full width, let's just say, for example, there are other ways to do this. You set it to center, it centers it. If you set it to align right, it align rights. You can set how it aligns within that box vertically. Okay. You can set auto wrapping. So like if we make, if I take a paragraph, that'd be cool if that were
okay. So okay, I gotcha. It's got some settings. I'm trying to get into the code. Get me in the code, man.
An option that's there. So that's how you display text and some examples of the properties. From within your code, you can go and change the text yourself by setting the .text property. So like if we had the ready callback and we just grabbed our label like this and said text is equal to set from the code. Save it, run our game.
Okay.
Like this and said text is equal to set from the code.
Okay, we got a $ label.text equals quote set from the code. Let's go. Unity had some visual scripting. I liked it, but I guess we're not going to do it anymore. So we don't want to print nothing. We want to do label $label. Now I didn't put the little void thing that he's got, like void up here. So I don't know if we need that, but I'm going to find out. I want to find out. Label.text equals. And I think we just... Now, it's not a label. It's a rich text label. So I think we should probably say rich text label equals, and a quote. All right, let's see if we can do it. Hello world. Probably not. Nope. That did not work. Cool.
Save it, run our game. It's set from the...
Wow. Let's try, wow. Maybe... I wonder what we did wrong. Let's try just doing a regular label instead, since we are going off of the script a little here, or the video. So let's add a label, a proper label in here. Oh, look at that. And it's a child of the rich text label. Not really what I want, but good to know. Let's move this up, or you know what? Let's just delete the rich text label. Oh, because it's the root node. Well, whatever, I don't care. Just kill it anyway. Add a new node. Oh. Oh, hey, Key. Well, now that is very interesting. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Welcome to Hyper Game Dev. That if you're gonna tell me the answer, I'm gonna use it. Let me see if we got undos. We do. Control Z. Done. All right, let's try it. So what I had was rich text label. Yeah, I'm using GDScript. Yeah, because I hear that it's just the best freaking thing in the world. I hear that Godot could get rid of their visual scripting because everybody just liked GDScript more. Okay. I'm a little dubious of that claim. Like, are you sure that your visual scripting just wasn't not good? Like, it probably was just not good visual scripting. And then besides that, like maybe the people who you were sampling Godot just preferred text code anyway. All right. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try to learn it because I've heard so many good things, and from what I'm researching, it does seem pretty intuitive once you get the hang of it, and I'm down to try to get into it. All right, Key Kai. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. You use C#. See, I'm not even you're familiar with C#. I'm not familiar with C# at all. I like visual scripting. That's why I like Unreal so much, because the blueprints are so robust. I'm trying to branch out. I'm trying to branch into the text code. Luckily, we've got Key Kai here helping us. Rich text label .add text. .add text. Did I miss that? Wow, so he didn't do that in his. Now that's a label versus rich text. But let's see if this works better. Add underscore text equals, and now you've got some parentheses, so you don't even use equals. You're not even messing with the equals. That's very interesting. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, still didn't work. It still didn't work. That doesn't mean that I'm not just doing something wrong anyway. We also didn't do this void thing, right? So there's still this is why I don't like text code also, is because of the precision. You have to type everything just right, or else everything doesn't work, and it bothers me. It's very unforgiving. There's no typos in visual scripting, you know. You just do it. Okay, so we're doing our best. Let's try to do a label. Let's forego the rich text. I'm gonna delete this. Yeah, it's a root node. That's okay. Let's make a label. Let's try to follow the tutorial exactly. Create a new label. I'm gonna come into 2D. I'm gonna make sure the label is in a good place so we can actually see it. I assume we're in the frame here. It looks like we are. And I'm gonna hop into script. We're gonna say, we could even just try it just like this for funsies. Let's try it just like that, see what happens. Nothing. Let's see what this person did. Function underscore ready, parenthesis, arrow, void, label text. I still trust you, Kai, that worked in some context. Label.text equals set. It should center your rich text label or position it so that the default camera can see it. That does sound fair. That does sound fair. He's on 2D. I'm on 2D. I'm also on 2D. That's a good point. That's a good point. I believe you, Key. Key, I believe you. I'm sure, like, there's a million reasons I probably did it wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, okay, let's see. Maybe I'll try it again the way that you said it. So far, not. Okay, great. No, well, see, hello world. It's a legit thing to try to solve, apparently. Okay. All right. Well, we're doing something very wrong here. Now, I don't know. Maybe I don't have like a... I feel like... You know, I can say, let's just type something. right? Type something, right? And then hit play. See if it appears. It does appear if we do that. On the top, it says Node 2D. Okay, let's see. Script 2D main GD. Where do you see Node 2D? Oh, here. Oh, extends Node 2D. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, so you're looking at the code. I'm all used to look at the program. What does the program tell you? Look at the code. Okay, extends Node 2D. Oh, look, and ours just says extends node. You know, put the script on your node too. I was thinking that. You know, that was going to be what I was going to do next, actually. But now that you said it, I'm definitely going to do it. So thank you. That was you that helped me. So if I drag the script and I drop it on the label, did that do something? I kind of thought I would see it as like a... I don't know, a child or something. Oh, maybe it's this like script icon. Oh, cool. Maybe. Extend it as node, and then we have to do node 2D. All right, I will. Invalid set index text on base null instance of the value of type string. Great. So we do want to say 2D up here. So let's do that. Something I like about Godot is if it like crashes, it has separate pieces. So the only thing that's going to crash is the runtime and not the actual entire program, which is pretty cool. All right, we want to say node 2D at the top. Okay. Does that fix everything? Wait, we have some other problem here. Script inherits from native type node TD, so it can't be assigned to an object of type label. What? Okay. Okay. So I actually just removed it from... I removed the script from the node, and that gave me no more error. So that's interesting. So how do I guess, I mean, if I right click and say attach script, maybe we could create it on its own like this. So, oh, here it says extends label. That's different than the tutorial, but maybe it works. Yeah, a little confusing, You know, maybe you just, you get the hang of it and everything is fine someday. Invalid set index text on base null instance with the value of type string. Good golly. Good my gracious. What in the earth? What in the earth? Text code just doesn't do it for me. I'm trying though. I'm trying. I'm committed for the next hour, 2.5 hours. I'm committed to trying to love it. So, okay, this person's got extends node TD. They've got a label, and it looks like they're putting it. I mean, it looks like this person doesn't even have a script attached to their label.
Ready callback, and we just grabbed our label like this and said text is equal to set from the code. Save it, run our game.
They also have a main scene, and we don't have that. So I wonder if like that would help. So we should really, I feel like, set up everything to be just like theirs. I'm going to just delete everything that we've ever done here. Just put it all in the garbage. Can we just like, I'm just going to hold Control Z until it looks fresh. That's my current strategy. Okay. It looks like I can't actually undo. It's interesting because it's not undoing some of these things like that this exists. Close and save change. Just throw it in the garbage. Put it in the trash. Close it. Put it in the garbage. All right, well, we do have a label created. Over here in 2D, it says type something. There's a script attached to it. I don't want a script attached to it. We're going to detach script. I'm going to try everything I can. I'm going to try everything I can. We got Jam in the house. Welcome, Jam. Not familiar with GDScript, but the $sign looks like a selector, as in it was grabbing something based on the name, which is why they weren't attaching the script to the node. Right. Right. Well, this should be called a label, so maybe it should like autocomplete for me or something if it's gonna work. I mean, we still have this. I can't seem to get rid of these things. I just want it to go in the garbage. Okay. That's a good point. That's a very good point, Jam.
Those are the main things.
So he was just, all he did was create a label. I feel like he already had a main scene. Can we create a main scene? Let's try that. I'm going to say add, I don't even know, node 2D. Oh, so we don't, so it's not just about what's in the script. It's about, do we even have such a thing? So node 2D is this little blue circle, which is also what this person had right here, main. So let's do that. Let's create a node 2D. And now it's a child of the label. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay. All right. We'll just start over. Okay, so even right here, it introduces you to 2D scene, create a root node, 2D scene, 3D scene, user interface, other node. I mean, I guess technically it's a user interface, but we don't care. So let's do 2D scene. Okay, now we've got a node 2D. We're cooking. And then let's add a child node and call this label. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then if we want to edit it, I'm kind of curious to see if it'll overwrite if I put text in there already. Text in here already. I'm just curious, I'm curious to know if it'll override it. Let's make sure it appears as such. It does. Type in here already, text in here already. And then now what he did.
Settings, it box for bidirectional, override.
We're going to follow it exactly. He just goes to script.
An option that's there. So that's how you display
He
text
just goes to
of
script.
the properties. From within your code, you can go.
Oh, so he clicks on the main script icon. Or his, so mine doesn't have a script yet. So we're going to attach a script. Okay, good. Path, we'll just say new script. Okay, so now we've got the little script icon. We're up in here. Let's see if we can't follow the instructions. So if we do $ label, so it does pop up. I like that you say that that's a selector. That's very interesting. Label. I mean, if I start typing something else, doghouse, I mean, it's not going to complete it. What if I do something that could exist? Rich text. Oh, so I think the autocomplete is a good clue. Yeah, because see, now this is actually popping up. I have no idea what that icon is supposed to be. Is that a PTH? Is that a PTH? Okay, maybe for path. And then it'll autocomplete it. I think that's a very good sign for us. We want to say label dot text equals, and then set it. I still am very curious about what Key said, but let's try this first. Equals, and then we want to say hello world. Okay. Have we done it? We have done it! We're done. We're Godot champions. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. It looks like we have achieved hello world. Therefore, we don't need to do any more streaming. Thank you so. Well, maybe I'll do a little more. Let's see if I can do a little more, actually. No, I'm very proud. This is good. This is good. Okay, so let's also try the other one. Let's add a child node for rich text label. And then just without doing much else, let's see if we can also implement Key's code. Just to see. It's worth checking. So Key had said this. It's interesting, too, that it overwrites it. I like that it overwrites it. We're cooking now, y'all. All right, we got, let me move this to a different place. Okay, we've got $ rich, and there we go. So this is very helpful. The autocomplete is amazing. I like it. Click on that. Big fan. Autocomplete is going to make me happy. Clearly, I need to keep a good eye out for autocomplete. And if things aren't autocompleting, I need to question whether or not I'm doing the right thing. Add text. Now, you had us do a parenthetical. Oh, cool. Look. And so here it's actually auto-completing it with something similar to what you were saying, just without the quotes. So let's try it with the quotes though. Hello world. And it even like finished the quote for me. Okay, now make a game. You're ready. You're ready. You've done it. Good, great. Game time. Yeah, sure, totally. Yeah, I'm sure we can. No, maybe we can make a little Hello World game. Maybe we can. Maybe. All right, let's see what this does. See if this, oh, well, let me just move the rich text somewhere decent. So we're gonna put it underneath the other text. Okay. Oh, it did work. It looks a lot different. It's, I guess because we made it the like boundaries smaller, but it worked. It worked. So that's interesting. That it's just kind of a similar way of doing it. So that makes me wonder too. Like, okay, it's kind of got a different weight to it as well. It's like a slightly better quality. What if? And this is just me just trying to learn. What if we say the same thing, rich text label dot text equals goodbye world. Now my thinking is that the order of operations, it's if first of all, if line 8 actually works, it should replace what line 7 is saying. If it actually works. So it should say goodbye world. It does! So there's just so like it raises questions like why do it this way versus this way? I don't know, why not? Very cool. I like it. I like it. Well, I guess I know what I need to know now. Okay, so we know how to set text. That's great. So now what if I want to change that text? My first thought is I would like input. I would like to define input. Without looking anything up, I'm just going to see if there's input nodes. There is nothing here that says input that exists, so no idea. I see your message, CM. I do. Absolutely. Absolutely, I see that and I accept that. So we might actually have a little more time to stream today. Actually, we might have more time to stream today than I thought. I suggest import a sprite and make it move left and right using transform, scale it, etc. Import a sprite. I mean, wow. Let's see. There is an import tab up here. Select a resource file in the file system or in the inspector to adjust import settings. All right. Or in the inspector. Create a new resource in memory and edit it. Okay, maybe we want to hit open. So is this looking, we have the Godot icon. That's probably a pretty safe one. Let's do that. Let's do the Godot icon. That's our sprite, baby. All right, it's been imported. We got it. It exists. Now I have done this. Now, if I want to do something with it, this object is read-only. That's quite all right. I guess we could come over here to 2D and see. I can't drag it as such, so maybe there's some other way to interact with it. Do you want me to save it or? Okay. Maybe there's some way to add it or something. Okay. All right, cool. Well, I've definitely made this appear on the right. So that's something. Maybe we could add a node for a sprite 2D. Let's go, sprite 2D. Okay, sprite 2D has been added. Let's give it a texture, I guess. Okay. I don't know if we actually needed to import that as I did. It looks like we can just open it. So I don't know if importing that did anything, but we do have an icon now. We've done it. We've done it, Daryl. And then in terms of moving it around, I still need to find input. So that's why let's start with input because I can't move it if I don't know how to do input. Bottom left, you can drag it from there. Oh, really? Oh, I see it down there now. Thank you, Jam. Welcome to Hypergame Dev, y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you for your help, guys. I mean, this is a time, right? With the whole Unity upheaval, it's kind of a good time to come through and help people. Thank you for doing that. It's nice of you to do, because there's going to be a lot of us. It's just a coincidence that I'm starting it today, and Unity is going down in flames, but I'm lucky. I'm really thankful that y'all came through. Thumbs up, dab. Oh, yeah. Okay. Do we still dab? Is that still something people do? Okay, I see. So that's how we can just drag it in. And then it just names it, so it makes it a sprite 2D automatically. And it named it the name of the file. Cool. Well, if I drag something else in, nothing. All right, I was just wondering. I was just curious. All right. So input, let's look it up. Godot, or let's say GDScript input. Help me out. Process key input in GDScript for player movement. 15 minutes. That seems maybe longer than necessary. It's just a guess. It's just a guess. Sometimes dabbing is dated. Okay, heard. Understood. This is a joke. This is definitely a joke. Okay, fine. Let's try this one. Wait. This one's got 14,000, and it's from GDQuest. Let's try this one.
Hi guys, it's me, Guilherme,
Hi.
and in this video we're going to see how to create a controls menu for your game. In this menu, the players
Controls
will be able to select
menu. Oh, input remapping. I see. Gotcha. Input event class. All right, fine. We'll look at the 15-minute one.
Hello everyone. Today we make our character move via keyboard. For that, we need to do a bit of programming. Godot uses its own language to program node behavior called GDScript. There are also ways to develop games in Godot with C# or even C++, but GDScript is built in Godot and easy to learn.
Okay.
By the end of this tutorial, we want to have a basic movable player character that we can put into our scenes.
Okay.
So let's get started.
Okay.
For this tutorial, our scene consists of a basic Node2D root node. To easily instantiate the character into our scenes, combine small independent scenes into large scene entirely.
Okay.
And a collision with overall performance. More scripts run at the same time as well. More scripts and we reduce the amount of scripts used, improving overall performance.
Okay.
After all, the more scripts we use, the more scripts.
Okay.
For the player button,
I'm skipping.
in the pop-up window, all you need to do is give it a proper name in the path text field. Our script will be named.
Okay, we've got
This
a script.
The created script already has some code. For one, in doing so, you are able to access node type specific variables and functions. The lines starting with the hash symbol are comments in GDScript. They are just for the programmer and have no influence on the game itself.
Yeah. Thank you. This is nice basics.
Then we get to the ready function. This function is called once when the node is created in the game at runtime. You can use it to perform additional initialization steps if necessary. Functions are basically a block of commands that you want to call multiple times. Instead of copy-pasting every command, you just type the function's name whenever you want to call all commands in that order. Function definitions always start with the word func in GDScript.
Sorry, these captions are just
whenever
horrible.
You deal with an empty function in Godot. This has to do with the syntax of GDScript. In other programming languages, you use brackets to mark the commands associated with function. GDScript doesn't use them like that. Instead, the so-called function body is marked by being indented. However, if you have no function body, there is no line to indent. Godot wouldn't know how to deal with that. So in these cases, you use the indented keyword pass to show Godot that the function indeed doesn't do anything.
Oh. Cool.
The process function is currently
pass, like pass over it. So by saying pass, it's telling it that there's nothing to see here, even though it's indented.
Node is initialized. So we need to be really careful what we put in here, as it can have a large impact on our game's performance. However, we need it in order to move the player character. So uncomment the line by deleting the hash symbol. You can also delete the pass line of the process function, as we will add our own code here now. In order to move the node, we need to manipulate its x and y coordinates, which are attributes of 2D node nodes. But how can we access these?
Code time!
In cases like these, Godot has a built-in documentation
Welcome,
which
Entropy.
via help search. Then just type in the node you need more information on, in this case node2D. And here we have the position attribute we need in order to move the node.
Nice. So there's some nice built-in documentation. I like it. Node 2D. And then in here we get all these wonderful things, including the position. So vector 2, meaning if we're on a 2D plane, we can move X, we can move Y. I like it. Float, very good. How I would put this in a code line, not sure. Still just looking for input. I wonder, I mean, this person, if they're going to tell me about the help, Maybe I don't need your help. Maybe I just look it up. Input. Let's see what we got here. A singleton for handling inputs. The input singleton handles key presses, mouse buttons, and movement, gamepads, and input actions. Actions and their events can be set in the input map tab in project settings, or with the input map class. Well, what should I do? Inputs methods reflect the global, can we zoom? No. The global input state and are not affected by control except event or viewport set input as handled, as those methods only deal with the way input is propagated in the scene tree. Oh, they've got their own tutorials. I like this. This is very nice. This is some good documentation. This is very good documentation. Okay. Input map, or with the input map class. Manages all input event action, which can be created or modified from the project settings menu, project settings, input map, or in code with add action event. All right, let's check out this project settings, input map. There's input devices here. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Let's see if we can just search. Oh, input. Oh, it's up here at the top. So there's a top bar. There's a sidebar and a top bar. The sidebar, this is just for general stuff. So we want to go into input map. Nice. I still find it all very tiny. That's okay. We're gonna add a new action. We're gonna, so what kind of, so if it's hello world, we wanna be our Godot head who hasn't, let's say there's two Godot heads and they want to say hello to each other. And if you say hello, the other Godot head says hello back. And it just sits there until you say goodbye. And then it's the end of the program. Okay? So we'll say that. Something like that. So I'm going to say we have maybe like something like space bar. We could have a bunch of different keys, a bunch of different confirmation keys. E, space bar, enter. Maybe we could do a bunch of stuff. This will just be the action is hello. Hello is the action. I'm going to add it. Now, in terms of adding a button, show built-in actions. Whoa. Oh, wow. Okay, so if I hit built-in actions, we get UI accept enter space KP enter, which I guess is like key press. Did I see my hype played this morning? No. No, but I did see that Shogun, actually, I did see that Shogun was on the high scoreboard. I made a game for a game jam on a platform called Hype. It's a platform where your games are locked into that platform, so it's not quite pro game dev, but it is a really, really fun way to make games, and my game jam entry evidently got played on the official live stream. Let's go! I saw that Shogun got like almost first place on the scoreboard. That makes sense! Thank you for telling me, Entropy. You gotta go look at that. Yeah, all right. I hope he liked it. That's dope. I hope multiple people got in on it too. That's really exciting. Mine was played first. Let's freaking go! Let's freaking go! I love it. I guess they were just like going through the entries. Dude, thank you for telling me. That's so cool. What is KP? I'm guessing KP is key press. Thank you so much for telling me. KP Godot. Is that enough? Is that enough? I don't think that's enough. I feel like it's like, I mean, key press. It's got to be key press. I mean, what's the difference between enter and a key press enter? I don't know. We've got UI select, UI cancel. That's pretty cool. So I guess we could reference these anyway, right? And they would just work. So we could say UI accept, UI select, and those will all work. But I'm curious how we add these actions in here. I'm going to remove the built-in ones. Maybe, oh, there's a plus sign right here. Right next to this little trash can, we got a plus sign. There we go. Keyboard keys. Nice. I want to say, and then we actually do have enter and KP enter. I say add them both, honestly. This is pretty straightforward. I'm not gonna lie. This is very decent. Like compared to even Unity or Unreal, this is actually pretty nice. I actually really like this. It's a lot more confusing. Unity and Unreal, they're all like, this is the old input method. You should make sure to try the new one. And then it's like, where the F is the new one? What are you talking about? And so you just end up using the old one, and it works all right. And it's not even very easy to understand. So this is actually really nice so far. Okay, KP enter short. Let's just do it the Romans do. And then I want E. I would love E key to be one of them. Never easy to search these lists in these engines, I find. Yeah, I find them hard to search. F1. Just got letters. There's some letters. There we go. E. E key. What else is like a... I guess that's pretty much it. Those are pretty much the confirmation ones, I think. So this is going to be... Oh, spacebar. Let's do spacebar as well. Space. I feel like I can find that one. Oh, cool. Oh, you can literally type... Oh my god, you can just type the key! You can just type the key, and it'll detect the key you're pressing. That's the best so far out of the engines. That's the best one. Unreal Unity. That's the best. Wow. That's so nice. That's so nice. Dude, Godot is awesome. Okay, so we got enter, KP enter, E space for saying hello. For saying goodbye, let's add a new action. Goodbye. See, this is what I love. I love working in some UI, right? I love that. I love like when a program helps you make stuff in it. When we get into code, I have less fun. But I think GDScript might win me over. I think it's possible. Dude, that's fancy. That's freaking fancy that you can enter a keystroke. That is a premium feature. Okay, so we've got goodbye. Let's add a new one. We're gonna add escape. It's right there. I love it. Hit OK. Q, you know, just like things that say we're done here. So we're gonna add Q. What else? I guess that's about it. Q, escape, backspace, just like negative things, very negative things. I think that's about it. That really feels negative to me. It's a little tricky, but that's all right. You know, if you don't know how to play, it might be a little confusing. But dude, what is this? This isn't gonna go on itch. Hey, maybe I'll put it on itch. Oh, delete, the delete key. That's very goodbye, and then backspace. Okay. All right. So now I've got our input set up. We have hello and we have goodbye. Beautiful. Close. Now I need to figure out how to reference these things. So, oh, it's got a back button in the documentation window. Oh, it's nice. It's nice stuff. It's the little things. Singleton handles key presses. So we could say, how do I reference it? How do I reference something? Actions and their events can be set in the input map. Inputs methods reflect the global input state, right? Enumeration signals. Yeah, I mean, as far as, okay, action press, action string name, strength float 1. This will simulate pressing the specified action. The strength can be used for non-Boolean actions. It's ranged between 0 and 1. And then can I say bool? I think we can say bool as well. All right, let's try it. Action press. Let's try this. I'm just going to copy it. And then let's go back to our script. Does it keep it open? Does it keep the documentation open somewhere? Like if I want to quickly go back to it. F1. Kind of. It looks like it closes it. That's okay. We can't have everything. It's okay. So we're going to do indentation. We're going to paste this. Action press. I'm thinking string name is where we say what the input is. So I'm going to say hello. Is strength really relevant if it's a Boolean? Would be my question. And it sounds like a very float relevant thing, but maybe it's the same thing. we have this update existing Boolean equals false. So I don't really know. Exact match Boolean. So I'm not exactly sure like the best way to word that. I think we could look up action. I love that we can like do this in the documentation. That's very exciting to me. Search help. I think you need quotes to hard code a string there. I believe you. I believe you, but the documentation didn't say that. So let's try it both ways. I believe you. I believe you. But I also believe in the documentation. That'd be very interesting if the documentation didn't give me the code that I need. But let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it all. I like how that also could be like. So we're gonna say search help, boopity boopity boop, action. What was it called? I forgot what our code was already. Let me get back down here. Action press. Here we go. This will simulate pressing the specified action. The strength can be used for non-Boolean actions. That makes sense. So then what if we don't want to... Okay, update... So it is update existing, perhaps. Or maybe we just don't even need to say anything. Maybe it just understands true or false. This method will not cause any node input calls. It is intended to be used with is action pressed and is action just pressed. If you want to simulate input, use parse input event instead. Uh-oh, starting to get confused. Starting to get confused! Feeds an input event to the game. Can be used to artificially trigger events from code. Also generates node input calls. Example. var cancel event equals input action new. Cancel event action new I cancel. Oh god, text is so boring. Oh, it's the most boring stuff I've ever seen. Okay, so this is like a Boolean example here. How did I get all the way down here? I have no idea. Is action just released? Returns true when the user stops pressing. Is action pressed? Returns true if you are pressing the action event. If an action has multiple buttons assigned and more than one of them is pressed, releasing one button will release the action. Okay, let's just try this. This sounds like this could work. It seems like a lot of text for one thing here. So I guess I'd want to say Boolean true. Am I understanding things correctly? No idea. Not a clue. All right, let's just paste it. I want to see how directly I can refer this. We already got an error. We got errors on errors. Mismatch extends in tracking stack. Parser bug. Let's try. I mean, I'm also not telling it to do anything, right? Like, so what? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. We're gonna have to look this up. I don't know what I'm doing. We could keep with that other tutorial. What if I look up input action Godot? Yeah, just help me with this. How to remap input actions. Input remapping. Keyboard, mouse, and joystick input. 40 minutes. Dang. All right, let me check out this.
I've got a fresh Godot 4 project with nothing.
Oh, this
in
guy.
It. I thought that'd be a nice.
This guy's already been helping us.
Showing how to handle player
Okay,
input.
we've defined stuff
player
already.
What we do in our process.
Help me!
Function, which that's getting called
I like this
every
channel.
single.
Again, this channel is Brett Makes Games. Really liking it. I'm doing. Give me alerts.
You know, a bunch of times.
Ringing the bell.
Every second in our game loop. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna say if input.
Okay, so they're doing this in the delta section. So that's to say, like, for frame by frame basis.
Is action just pressed? And then it actually shows you an autocomplete. All the
Okay. Actually, it is very similar to what we were going to use. Is action pressed? He's doing is action just pressed. And so we're missing a few syntax bits here. We don't have if. And we also don't have input. So, and we apparently don't want to put it here. Okay, understood. So let's come down here. We're going to say if input is action just pressed. Here we go. Autocomplete live. Is action just pressed. I like the autocomplete. And then it's giving me, it says action colon string name. Do we need to do that? Maybe. Action hello. The autocomplete kind of stops there.
Options, including the built-in ones and the one we added, toggle rotation.
So wait, let me see if I get those. Oh, there it is. It took a second. It didn't show up right. At first, it's showing me just like this boring stuff. But if I start typing something, I'm not really sure I understand what is making the autocomplete. Okay, oh, here we go. Maybe the window just wasn't like wide enough. Okay, now it's popping up. Great, there we go. Goodbye, hello, UI accept. Whew, phew, phew. All right, good, nice. Hello. And then there's the quotes. So you might have been right. If look, if it says to put quotes, I'll put quotes. Nice. Good. Carry on.
So we'll just select toggle rotation there. Add our colon. And here, what we're going to do is we're going to actually toggle a variable. So we'll say rotate icon equals false. And we don't have the variable rotate icon false. So we'll say rotate icon equals true, because we'll rotate it by default. That creates a variable that we can then access.
Okay, so we have to do some more to tell things what to do. So we're going to do a colon here. And then down here is where we tell things what to do. So he's having some things rotating or not. And then he's also referencing an icon, which we have like a sprite, which I guess is an icon. But maybe we want it to be named what it is. Probably we'll want to refer to it as sprite 2D in some way. So if we say, but I don't really want that. What I really want is for the hello world to appear. So let me go back to my level here. We've got a rich text and a regular text. I'm gonna stick with our rich text. Let's get rid of the label. Yeah, just put it in the garbage. And then the idea for our quote-unquote game. Can we do Control D? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And so we have two things now. We have one sprite. I'm gonna call this player head, and we're gonna call this NPC head. Okay, cool. And the idea is we're just saying hello and goodbye to each other. That's it. And so this is going, instead of rich text label, I'm gonna call this player message. I'm gonna duplicate it, and we're gonna say it's NPC message. Okay. Very good, very good. And let's have this come down here. Okay. Now if we come back to the script, some things are going to be different. We don't have a label anymore, so this goes in the garbage. And then instead of rich text label, I think we're going to want to say player, there we go, player head, player message. Beautiful. Add text hello world. But we don't want it to just add text hello world. I want this to be, if the input action is just pressed, hello, then say hello world. Okay, let's see if that works. What? Expected indented block after function declaration. Oh, what do you mean? Is there, do you want, I don't understand. I don't understand. What are you talking about? Now he keeps, and he did this in his other code as well, where he had this void thing here. Is that what it wants from me? And like, why? Expected indented block after function declaration. Okay. So I'm just going to look that up. I'm just going to look it up. Expected indentation after function declaration. In Python can occur in different forms. Improper indentation after a for loop. Really? I can't say I totally understand. Will it run anyway? Let's see if it runs. It doesn't really. I mean, it does, but we're not getting any hello here. You need to add pass to ready function. Oh, hey, what's up, Abdul? Thank you so much for coming through. Thanks for your help. I appreciate it. Lots of us are stumbling into Godot today, and it's nice of y'all to come through and be of a help. Okay, you need to add, because I got rid of the pass needed for an empty function. So the pass, do I have to add that? I have to add that after, right? Like here, that makes absolutely no sense. I have to do like boop, pass. So pass doesn't mean what I thought it meant. Okay, we still have an error. Truth be told. So I'm not really sure. Now we did, I mean, if I do it like this person does it, right? They're saying delta float, line 5, I think they mean. Oh! Wait, but why is it highlighting line 8? Okay, I believe you. I believe you. Oh, I see, guys. I see. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay. Oh, so that's the problem. So function ready is looking to line 8. Line 5 is like, hey, so since there's not a pass after me, therefore that must mean you're trying to run line 8, but there's no indentation, so I can't run it. Therefore, error. Gotcha. Okay, and so we want to say pass here, so that way it doesn't try to run this. And we have another problem now. Oh, I need to put the colon. Huh? Yes! Errors resolved! Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Okay, game runs. If I press space, hello world. All right, we're getting somewhere. This ain't bad. This ain't bad. It just keeps saying hello the more you say it, the more I press enter. It just keeps adding it. That's hilarious. Not intended, honestly. You know, it almost makes me want to add like a timer or something, and then it like disappears or something after a amount of time. Hello world, hello world, hello world. So it is literally adding text onto the existing text. I mean, look, and this is just without doing any actual research. Like, what if I tell it to replace text? I'm just curious. Like, I mean, maybe that doesn't, it's suggesting replace by. So I have a feeling this isn't going to work. Instant problem. Instant problem. Instant problem. Well, I thought I'd try it anyway. Just for funsies. Okay. What if it's set? What if we do set text instead of add text? Huh? Let's see if that one is accepted. It is! And now it won't keep adding it on there. Let's go. I love it. I love it. Hypothetically, you could delete the onReady, but it will get used. Right, so, and look, I'm just saying, all right? I'm thinking like visual scripting because I'm used to blueprints, I'm used to Unity Bolt, that's where I'm coming from here. In those scripting languages, they have the like onReady, event begin play, event tick, stuff like that. It sounds like that's kind of what this is. And if you don't hit pass, then it's going to look for everything below it to see if it can run it. So it's helpful to have because eventually, like you say, I'm probably going to need it. But yeah, it's not, we don't want it to actually be doing things yet. And then function process delta is just like a frame-based run thing. Okay, cool. Got it. Understood. Understood. Okay, cool. So we've got it setting hello world, and now I would love to figure out like timers. So I'm gonna hit a search. Thank you everybody for helping. This is going. I'm actually liking this quite a bit. I think yes, having you guys helping. Oh my god, huge part. But also just the documentation here is very helpful. Let's say timer. I want to learn a little bit about timers. A countdown timer counts down a specified interval and emits a signal on reaching. I love that it has signals, giving me those Dreams vibes. Oh yes, signals, hook me up. Dreams being a creative tool set on the PlayStation that locks your creations into that platform, which makes it not so great at all for professional development. But it's a lot of fun to use if you like having fun, and it has signal-based stuff. And so does this! Now, you know, other things do too, right? Like, they just don't call it signals, but I like that they're calling it a signal. Can be set to repeat or one-shot mode. Timers are affected by engine time scale. All right, nice. That's actually awesome right there. I like that. Wait till you get to animations. One of the best features of Godot. Really? I can't wait. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling Godot right now, guys. I'm really feeling it. Okay. So we've got start time seconds, float -1. Starts the timer. Sets wait time to time seconds. This also resets the remaining to wait time. So why would I make it -1? This method will not resume. Why would it say -1? I don't really understand that. Wait time default 1. Okay, starting to feel a little confused by what this is telling me. You can animate any property. Oh, cool. Right, because in Dreams, you could animate logic and numbers and values and stuff. Oh, yes. Dude, I like that. I like that very much. Bool, auto start, default false, timer process callback, time left, wait time. So I guess wait time? Start time second float -1. Because here's what I want. I want you to say hello world, and then after like a second, the other head says hello world as well. That's what I want. I guess they should be saying hello to each other, right? That would make more sense. That's okay. All right, so let's see if we can just guess our way into this. I'm gonna see if we can just guess our way into this. Start time, time sec, float equals -1. I can't imagine why we'd want it to be -1, but whatever. So I'm gonna say that after that happens, I want it to start a time. Expected. So I feel like we need something else here. Error at 12:23. Expected closing parenthetical after call argument. Whoa, mate. All right, we're looking it up. Godot timer. Sometimes it just helps to just have somebody else doing it, you know? Because we've been just looking at these tutorials for like 10 seconds, then moving on. Variable! Welcome, Variable. Good to see you. Yes, today's the day I explore Godot. I'm enjoying it. I'm very much enjoying it. Oh, there's a node. Just make a timer with code. Whoa. I'll show you to make a timer in Godot 4 with just one line of code.
Here's a quick guide.
We can also do like delay, variable to the rescue. Yes, I know you have been very much a user of Godot. So
on timers for Godot 4.
It's good to see you anyway, regardless of that being
timer
true.
And wait for it to finish with just one line of code. Here it is, just one line of code. What this will do is it will await for a timer that we created in the tree. This timer is 1 second, but it can be any sort of time, say 0.1 second to timeout.
I like this.
This is a simple one line of code for a one single use timer.
Okay.
An example of when I use this is, say, I want to wait for an animation to finish, this page flipping animation, and I just use it here.
Ooh.
As you can see, I need to wait 1 second before I can click on anything again, and this is just to stop animations from bugging up. that was using code and it's a single use. The better way to actually use timers is with dedicated timer nodes. So what you'd actually do is you can add a timer as a node, as a child node, just the way you add child nodes. You see timer.
I'm okay with that.
The main important variables on the right here are wait time, one shot, and auto start. Simply named. Say you want to auto start, you click auto start. If you want it to not repeat, then you click one shot. Very simple. There's two ways to interact with the timer node's timeout. The first is to connect a signal. Say you see up here in the top right, there's inspector and node. We click on node, and then you can see the timer timeout signal. You double click on it and you connect it to any sort of script you have, just the main script for the node. And this will create this code here. This will run anytime the timer times out. An example of when I use this is in my player scene here. I've got a day timer up here. I'll just make the time say like 4 seconds, and then whenever the timer times out, it will emit a signal. A global signal is emitted, go to sleep. And we can just see that here. The timer runs down, 4 seconds, tick, the player goes to sleep.
This character's little butt.
So if you want tick, the player goes to sleep.
This character's little butt. Character has a little butt. Look at the little cheeks.
Runs down, 4 seconds, tick, the player goes to sleep. How cute. So if you want to interact with the timer using code, first you got to reference it by dragging it in with Control and Alt.
You can drag into the code?
You can simply just start it with timer.start and then wait for the signal with await timer.timeout. This will wait for the timeout signal, exactly the same as below with the timeout signal we connected, but this is just using code await timer.timeout. And that's it, simple.
Cool. Very cool. I like this. Tip, the offline documentation of Godot is state of the art. I have definitely been appreciating it so far. To access it, control click anything in the code. I like that. I did not know that. I have been really appreciating the documentation. You say just control click. Oh, nice. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. That's great, dude. I can even control click in the documentation. Oh, I guess you can just click on stuff. That's really cool, though. Thank you. Hot tip. Psst, ow, it's hot. Okay, cool. And let's do the timer node thing. That seems, because I am gonna want to refer back to it again, so we might as well set it up this way. I do want it to be 1 second. Now, one shot. I mean, I don't want it to loop, so I guess that's what I want. I guess I want it to be one shot. It's like looping by default, but like I do want to refer to it multiple times, so we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to the script, and I'm gonna I guess I'll drag it in here. All right, we just do this selector thing. I like this selector thing. And then he's putting in here. He's got some different things going on. Function wait for timer. Timer timeout. Why do I feel like it's not gonna work the same way here? Timer process idle. Timeout. What if I just do timeout? This is probably not acceptable. There's no way this is acceptable. And don't I need like another if or something? Like if timer timeout? Dude, I have no idea what I'm doing. Expected a colon after if condition. Don't know what I'm doing. Don't know what I'm doing. I'm just guessing. Timer start, enter the time the timer should take to finish. So you're saying to create a new timer here. But we are referencing the same one. Timer start. Right, because we have to fire the timer because we don't want it to auto start. I actually do want to make it not auto start. So if I click on this timer, we say don't auto. Oh, it's not auto start. I see. The timer should take to finish. So we'll say start, and I do need to define the number. And then what about... He's using this await timer timeout. Await... I feel like I'm doing this really wrong. It's just a guess. See, then I get excited about it, and then I get really unexcited. I want to say 4. It's 4.1.1. That's the one that it is. That's the one that it is. I think my least favorite thing about text code is that I feel like I can't like play around as much because everything has to be like just right. Yeah, I don't think this works. Identify timer not declared in the current scope. Don't know what that means.
Another couple useful functions for the timers are timer.
Let's go back to when he first made it work.
And then whenever the timer runs there, and
he's got on timer timeout. Function on timer timeout. So, I mean, but it's like, I want that to start when this happens, right? Not like any old time. But I guess function, I mean, it would be in like an order of operations. On timer timeout. Just don't even know where to like start putting this. Ugh. I'm not finding this tutorial very helpful. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Ooh, a minute and a half.
Tutorial, I'll be showing how to quickly use the timer node.
That's what I'm talking
first
about.
Need to open up a
Keep it
new
snappy.
script. If you don't already have one, we can delete what's in it. We need to create a timer node.
Yeah. I did that.
I prefer to use physics. It's more reliable.
Physics.
The wait time is set to 1 second, and you can obviously set that to any time. If you would like to auto start it, you can press auto start here. Or in your ready function, you could do timer if you reference the timer or whatever.
That's in the ready function, but
dot start. And this will also auto start it. Next, if we want to know
okay, so I don't need to define the time because we already had the time defined.
We just do timeout.
Whoa, what's this? What's this? Filter signals? What the heck is this? Timer was defined at the top of his file, not really one line of code. See, I appreciate that. See, he's disingenuing. He's disingenuing. Good catch. Good catch, Jam. Come on now. You know, it's a good YouTube video title. It got me to click. It worked. That clickbait is real. So we can filter signals. That's very interesting. Filter properties right here. So it doesn't just like start showing me all the expand all. I'd like type it. But that's not the same thing. Where was that? How did you do that? How did you do that?
So also auto start it. Next, if we want to know when it's set.
Oh, there's another tab over here. Oh, so if I click on these different nodes on the left in the scene, right? If I click on these nodes, on the right here, there's like an inspector. Next to the inspector, there's a node tab, and it lists all the possible things that you can refer to in regards to that node. That is very helpful. And then what can I do with that? Good.
Stops. We just do timeout, connect it to your script, and we can connect it to your script.
What did that do?
It stops. We just do timeout.
Click it.
Connect it to your script.
And connect it. Just click it and connect it. Click it and connect it. Oh, it created the function for us. Now, I mean, you know, I still want it to run the timer at a certain time. I want it to run the timer after we press a certain button. But I guess the order of operations makes that happen anyway, or something? Await. Oh, await. We'll wait till some condition is met. Then it'll execute all the code below in the function. So if I just say await, Where do I put await? In that other person's code, the clickbaiter. In the, it's fine. It's the way to live on YouTube, to survive on YouTube.
Here's a quick guide.
They had the await. Okay, so they're using it maybe in place. Okay, I see. So it's like we want to put it maybe right here. And then can we say on timer timeout? Nice. Thank you. For example, await get tree create timer. What's with get tree? Timeout. We'll wait till the timer created sends this timeout signal. Hey, DNF Dead, welcome. Thank you for the like. Thank you for bringing your good vibes. Good evening to you as well, good sir, or madame, whatever you may be. They, them as well. It's wrong. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. No, I mean, that's gonna happen. I'm gonna be wrong a lot. A lot. And it looks like Godot will be quick to say, nope. Nope. Not found in the base shelf. So you had said to add in get tree. What is get tree? So this is if I'm going to understand what the heck get tree means, I'm going to need to understand what the heck get tree means. But why should we create a timer if we already have a timer? It's confusing. I can't see you. I can't see you. I can't see you. I don't know. I shouldn't have. It was honestly a faux pas on my part to assume your gender. That was actually a literal legit mistake on my part. Heard though. Sir, it is. The start does that. It will start the timer, and whenever the timer finishes, the function that was generated gets called. Reminds you of BBC Basic from back in the day. What is BBC Basic? Is that like, what is that? The start function does that. It will start the timer, and whenever, right, we do have start. I see, yes. And whenever the function finishes, whenever the timer finishes, the function that was just generated gets called. Okay. There is nothing wrong. Hey, it was a compliment. To be called a madam is only a compliment. Madam President, Madam Prime Minister, that is an honor. Okay. So you're saying function on timer timeout not found in base shelf. What does that mean? But what does that mean? I wonder if I click on the start here, if this will help. Starts the timer, sets wait time to time second. Gosh, freaking text code. It's so boring. I'm gonna try someday. I hope to not say that, but I promise you, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it a lot. Okay, let's go back to this other tutorial. My pronouns are who? What?
Code.
Hello, who?
For when it stops. We press play. And if we wait 1 second,
Who said what?
timer stopped. Now it is set to repeat.
So on timer, timeout, and then the colon, so then something happens after that. Although this is still not working. And what we want actually to happen, I'm not saying this is gonna work because of the syntax is all messed up, but let's see if we can at least fill out where we're going here. I wanna say MPC message, I know it's wrong. Set text, hello friend. Let's say that. Okay, so obviously this is really wrong. Expected end of statement after expression found. This is, dude, Godot's errors are hilarious. What? So I thought you were gonna say this, but instead you said this. Okay, all right. Expected statement found indent instead. Okay. I mean, totally confused. Let's say with this person, oh, wait, so they put it after.
To finish this page flipping animation.
So we might not want an indent here at all. Function on timer timeout not found. So I don't think this is correct in general, on timer timeout. But like if I click on the timer over here, right, so we created this. Go to method. I'm just gonna delete, no, don't delete the whole node. You really need to learn about Godot signals first. Well, that's, I mean, yes, you're probably right. Isn't that what I'm doing? Isn't that what I'm doing? But okay, let's do that. Let me disconnect this. Let's do that. Because if I add this in here, I mean, there's no way. I can't just replace this with await. Then it's going to give me all kinds of errors. Yeah. But if I do function, then it's not going to derive from the previous thing, right? It's just going to be its own entire situation. So if I do this, oh, it worked! Wait, that worked. So, I mean, if I sit here, I don't press anything. I don't press nothing. It doesn't happen because it already is waiting for that. So, okay, so the code, it starts here and ends there, and that's the way it goes. Now, I don't really know what you do about like a branching thing, but that actually kind of works. That like worked. It didn't not work. And then, I mean, I guess I'd want, let me explain your code. Don't change things. I'll do what I want. But I do appreciate your help. I do appreciate it. No, I do appreciate your help. I do appreciate your help. I'm gonna keep going though. I can't just sit here. I can't just sit here. You know what I mean? We're live streaming. We're here. We're doing a thing. I gotta keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. But that doesn't mean I won't hear you out. So okay. So we've got function on timer timeout, NPC message set text. Hello friend. Let's say that another timer. So that, I mean, I wonder if I just say timer start after that, right? Maybe this is getting to be a lot of functions. I don't really know. But let's go to the timer and let's say, if I want to start it again, I wonder if we could just do it here, right? Well, I actually, yeah, I do want it to go away. And I actually want that to be a longer timer. So I'm going to add, if I rename this to timer 1 second, does that break it? Or does it still know? It probably breaks it. Yeah, it does. So it doesn't auto update it. We have to come in here and update the name. And then we'll be okay. Hello world, hello friend. Beautiful. Now if I want to add another timer, right? And I'm going to say that this one is a little longer. So we'll come to the inspector. I'm going to call this timer 3 seconds. And I make this a 3. And I say timer underscore 3s start. Then we say, I kind of want the text to go away, right? Is what I'd want. Truth be told. This feels wrong, but I'm going to say, because I want it to happen after that. This can't be when we do await, is it? Because it has to be like a function type of thing. Let's see what variable says. Variable says, you will see in the top right corner, the green bit right below timeout. Okay. Yes, right here. Double clicking that green part will take you to the part where it is connected. Yes, I see this. Indeed. Indeed, I see this. So that would be right here then, where this timer is connected. So if I click on this timer, now this just has timeout, but I wanted to get it started. I guess, okay. If I start another timer here, and I want to say that, oh, right, so we'll do another, I see, we'll make another function and we'll do timeout and connect it. Oh, it does have that from signal. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let me try that. So for the timer 3 seconds, I'm gonna delete this one. Let's disconnect this one. From signal timeout. Am I loving text coding? Heck no. Absolutely not. But I am getting things to work-ish. I am getting things to work-ish little by little. I still find it, you know, and here's the thing. I feel like a lot of my frustration with text code, I mean, it's two things. One, it's that I find it very unpretty to look at. And it doesn't like make things in my brain go off to look at it. But, and this kind of ties into point two, I just don't know the language yet, right? So perhaps if I learn the language and I understand what things mean, I can make those connections in my brain more easily, and I can maybe love it. that chance is there. So, you know, little by little, I think at this point, the most I can do is just like, you know, drag myself through it and hope that it starts to make sense and I learn the language. So that way, in the future, when I sit down to do things, it makes more sense intuitively. Getting there, little by little, little by little. What I do like about Godot is the relationship between nodes and the logic. I really like the like how I can have stuff in the UI directly influence the code and vice versa. That is very cool. The start function, I don't know if that's a function, but it's something. The start will start your timer, right? The signal timeout will get emitted when it's finished, right? And thus the functions that are connected to that signal also get called, right? In this case, on timer 1 second timeout. Okay. The start will start your timer. And thus the functions that are connected to that signal will get called. Okay, heard? Heard? Now, how do I connect things to that signal? Would be my question. We're connecting a signal to a method. When they say method, I feel like they mean like a line of code that does things, right? Like that's what they mean when they say method, right? From signal timeout. Okay, so we're saying from the signal time, when the timer ends, we're connecting it to a script, in this case, node2d. Method is the same as function. Oh, okay. That's helpful. Gotcha. All right. Okay. It makes me wonder why FUNC isn't just MEF. Is it because it'd be meth? Is that why? Just seems strange to name it something different if it's the same thing, but okay. I believe you. function on 3-second timer timeout. Now here is where I want it to do NPC message, or rather, I want it to make the player message set text. I honestly just want it to be nothing. So let's see if that happens. All right, we're chilling. Nothing's happening. Everything's fine. I'm going to press spacebar. Hello, world. Hello, friend. 3 seconds later, we're coders. We're text coders, baby. Okay. And then I guess I'd want to say, and this feels messy. Like, I feel like I don't need this many functions in a row. I'm just guessing, but I could be wrong about that. So then could I just say again, now this is on timer timeout. I feel like this should say on timer 1s timeout. I guess that won't be incorrect. Oh, it is incorrect. I guess because that's the signal connection is like this. So I'd have to come over here and like rename this or something and call this. It's just a little confusing without it named the same thing. So then if I make this 1s, will that work? I just you know, when I look at it, it doesn't look as helpful as if it had that. Yes. Okay. After 3 seconds, that goes away. Okay, 3 seconds is feeling a little long. So I'm going to modify it. Come in the inspector. I'm going to make this 3, 2. And then for my own sake, I'm going to rename it. Now, it's weird because if I rename this, it creates another one, which seems silly. But that's okay. Okay, so then it should happen after 2 seconds. So, you know, don't know if I'm doing it the most efficiently, but if it works, that's cool. Goes away. And then I'd want, oh, nice! And it loops again. That's pretty cool. And then I would want, after that, oh, and this still says timer 3 seconds. It would be nice if these could update more automatically, but it's not a big deal. And then after that, I'd honestly want it to do another timer. So I'd want it to say timer 1 second start. Now what I wonder is if it will play it again correctly. And then once that is done, I don't know if this will work the way I'm imagining it. But I'd like to say after, oh right, I see. So we want to start it, and then would it work if I just like copied and pasted this, or is that going to break something? Yeah. So I literally can't just come in here and copy and paste things. I have to create a new connection, right? So I go to timer 1 second, connect, on timer 1 second timeout. If I make a new one, okay, so we have to rename it. Okay, we have to create a new name for it. Will that actually create another one, or that'll just replace it, won't it? Because what I want is it to, I would like to refer to the same timer, just like run the same timer, you know? All right, let's see what variable is saying. To connect, double-click timeout, which you have, then from the list of nodes, select the node you want that contains the script. Okay. You can do this without physical timer nodes as well. Delete the timer nodes if you wish to do this. Really? Just delete them? Add this. Await get tree. What is get tree? What does that mean? create timer 1, timeout right below timer 1 second start. So you're saying I can just delete these timers, just put them in the trash. Now this isn't gonna work anymore. Like this, like my code is now broken because I'm referring to things that don't exist, and there isn't even these connections anymore. So we've broken everything. And then you're saying, what is getTree? I gotta know what getTree is. I can't stand it. So I'm gonna do help, search help, getTree. I hear you that that's a very useful thing, but I must understand. Okay. Not getTree. Wait, let me try that again. Let me try that one more time. Oh, it's already there. getTree. It's a method. Returns the SceneTree that contains this node. I don't understand. I just don't understand what that means. That doesn't mean anything to me. Like, I don't want to type in these things if I don't get what it means. You know what I mean? getTree is the main node that all nodes are part of. Oh, okay. So it's like a parent. It's the parent. It's just another word for parent. Okay. That makes sense to me. Now I understand. So you're saying add this, await getTree. So we want to await. That is to say, wait until what has happened before ends, which is like, why even bother with that? Isn't that just obvious? I'm a little confused about that too. Create timer. So we're going to create a timer in the code itself instead of having a physical one. And by main, I mean the node that is even before the node TD. What? There's a node before the top node? To see it, switch to remote after the scene runs. Switch to remote? I mean, I already deleted stuff, and it's... I'm going to undelete some things so we can actually run things. And then switch to remote. Root! Okay. So it's the root. And it's only after the scene runs that appears? So there is no remote otherwise. Okay. So then I'm a little confused then too, because it's like, why are we getting that? Right? Like, I know this stuff makes sense to you. Like, of course, just getTree, it's the root. But like, why do I need to get that? You know, I don't like to not understand why I'm doing it. Sometimes I do like to not understand. You know, if I'm like trying to solve a really complex problem, but just trying to learn on the ground level. getTree is the main node. Geez, you don't have to yell. The all caps. God. The main node that all nodes are part of. Okay. And so we're going to say getTree. Why? I don't understand why. Create timer. You're creating a timer in the tree of nodes, the same way that you would in the UI, except in code. And so what's the advantage of doing it? Thank you, Jam. What's the advantage of doing it in... You don't have to answer this. I'm just kind of putting this out here. You can answer it, but I'm also just throwing it out there because this is just my thoughts. Like, what's the advantage of making it in the code versus in the UI? Because things seem to be working okay doing it in the UI. But I'm down to make it in the code as well. Okay, so with the getTree, that's adding it in there. And so what if I wanted... Whatever, I won't ask too many more questions, but because then you'll feel like you have to answer, and I don't want you to. I'm just asking myself, it's hard to take some of the advice, you know, Because if you're backseat coding, it makes it harder for me to like add this right below timer 1. Okay, let's try it. Let me try it. You were very specific, so let's try it. Okay, right below it, await. Let's try it. Get tree. It's helpful. It's very helpful. I appreciate it so very much. Get tree, create timer 1 dot timeout. I don't know why I did that, but I did do it. It will just automatically do the things you are manually doing, all the connecting and stuff. Well, that's interesting. I like that. I like that. That's a good reason. That's a very good reason. Await get tree, create timer 1. So you're saying you're saying if I do this, delete the line 12. Okay, that's what I thought. I see. Gotcha. That's what I thought. I was like, what? Okay, understood. Okay. And so then with the timeout, or comment it. Yeah, that's fair. That's actually a much better idea, isn't it? Because then we can keep this over here. Oh, there's separate undo. Wow, so the Control Z and stuff is different for the scene than it is for the code. That makes a lot of sense. For one, it makes a lot of sense. But most things don't work that way, so I appreciate that. Or at least if they do, I didn't realize it. Okay, so comment this out. Control K. Beautiful. Nice. Now for getting the timeout, we just have dot timeout. And then you're saying after this, I can nest in the message stuff? Somehow? Don't know if the indentation is the right way to do it. Evidently it is not. Evidently it is not. Also delete the functions, but keep the stuff inside. Also move it right below await. Gotcha. Okay. Understood. Understood. So I just kind of want to do the same thing for this stuff. Okay. I think I understand. I think I understand. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then, so that will give me the hello friend response. And then if I want it, I'm honestly fine with just deleting this stuff. So we do await get tree. We're getting a tree and creating a timer at the root. Why we're not doing it as why doesn't it say get node 2D? You don't have to answer that, but I just don't understand. Others start should also be replaced with await commands. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. So await get tree, create timer 1 timeout. NPC message set text hello friend. Now if I wanted to do another await, would I just put it right here in line? Await get tree create timer. Maybe because it's root because there's nothing in here, and if I were to say node 2D, then that would be I see. And for some reason it's better not to define node 2D. I don't know. I think that sounds like something. Create timer, and this one I want to be 2 seconds long, and then we say timeout. And then I want the player message. This is pretty nice. I do like this better than as cool as the UI interaction is. This is definitely superior. And we'll just make it blank, and then we can get rid of all this. And that work? Hello world. Hello friend. Nice. Oh, that was a lot easier. Dude, screw doing the other stuff. Forget this other stuff. This other stuff is crap. Forget these physical. Why would I even do that? That's so much better. Because it won't get a node. It'll create it and then delete it when it served its purpose. I see. I see. I mean, I see that it'll do that. I don't really understand. Okay. All right, I believe you. It says get, but it won't get. Okay. All right, I mean, I still feel a little confused by what I'm doing with getTree, but I understand better thanks to y'all, so that's helpful. Okay, cool. This is nice. This is really helpful. Okay, cool. So then after this, so we say hello world, it says hello friend. That goes away. And then I want the other one to go away as well. That's feeling a little long. Let's say 1.52 or 3. And then I'll do another await. All right, very well. Well, if you don't mind. I mean, I'm just thank you variable. We're so lucky that you're here. I mean, I just so okay, so if I run it, right? And you said when I go to remote. So then if I hit this, I mean, it's not like showing the timer being created. We don't like see how that gets made. And if the root is the get tree, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter right now. I guess it's not that important. I guess my questions are more something that will make more sense to me in time. So I won't ask them yet, but I'll think about it. Awaits. GetTree is the equivalent of call the manager of this establishment. Oh, like sudo or something. Maybe. Like allow it to do things. I mean, it sounds like very important. Like I would use it a lot. Create timer, very nice. And I'm going to say after 1 second, timeout. And then I want the NPC message. Set text. And we'll make it blank. Do I need to put a space there? Probably not. All right, let's see if that works. Hello, world. Hello, friend. Boop, boop. Nice. And then, so this is where things will get weird, right? Because if I say hello, world, and I press it again, and I press it again. Oh, so it actually waits for the other one to finish. Oh, no, it does run it multiple times, kind of. Let me get my input up here so you can see what I'm pressing. Hello, world. Hello, friend. Hello, world. Hello, friend. Look at this. Look at this lovely conversation. It's AI. We've created life itself. Total game. Utter game. Absolute game. Dude, I could use Godot for a game jam. No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. If I made this one game, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, right? In other words, the await line is translated to tell your manager to deliver the code below this line exactly after 2 seconds. Nice. Now make a AAA game. All right, let's go. We're going to make Starfield. No problem. Easy peasy. Not that hard, guys. Not that hard. We just need some quests. Okay, maybe that's going to be a little bit of work. Does it just me or does Starfield look kind of boring? Like, I loved Fallout, Skyrim, all that stuff, but does it look a little boring to anyone else? I don't know. All right, anyway. To see what getTree can do, search the documentation for SceneTree. Let's see the power of getTree. manages the game loop via a hierarchy of nodes as one of the most important classes. So it's the scene tree, not get tree, scene tree. So that's kind of the key words to actually learn what this is. The scene tree manages the hierarchy of nodes in a scene as well as scenes themselves. Nodes can be added, retrieved, and removed. The whole scene tree, and thus the current scene, can be paused. Scenes can be loaded, switched, and reloaded. You can also use the scene tree to organize your nodes into groups. Every node can be assigned as many groups as you want to create, such as an enemy group. You can then iterate those groups or even call methods that set properties on all the group's members at once. So if I had like my node TD group, right? And let's say I had another group like for enemy, like they said, and I, in both the node 2D group and in the enemy group, there's something that has an attack, right? And I call that attack, but I only reference the enemy group. Only the enemy will attack. Is that how that works, kind of? But then if I do get tree or the root and I say attack, both of them will attack? Am I understanding things, kind of? I mean, obviously I'm skipping a lot of the code that would make that work, but it's not something new. We've all seen it all, so it's mid, I guess. Yeah, right? Right, yeah, it is nothing new. And I guess at least with like Fallout and Skyrim and all that good stuff, Elder Scrolls, like it just seemed like they had more personality. Something about Starfield, when I've watched people play it, I'm just like, this looks kind of dry. I don't know, like it doesn't have the same like personality as those games or something. See the methods below. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. Call group. Okay, my eyes just kind of glaze over looking at this. Get multiplayer, get node count, oh okay, and then is get tree gonna be in here? No, I don't believe it is. Tree process, tree changed. This is boring. This is super boring, but maybe someday. Okay, so if I come back to the script, we want to do one more thing in this game before we go even more advanced. We want it to be able to say goodbye. So we can say hello, and it pops up. Overwhelmed by is that what I am? I mean, maybe I am and I don't realize that I am. No, I mean, there's a lot of stuff there. Yeah, sure, totally. There's a lot of stuff that maybe I'll do someday. That I'll probably do someday. I'm gonna come back every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern and do this. So, you know, there's certainly the possibility that I can look at that and respect the sheer power that sits before me on that screen. I look forward to that day, truly. Look at my game. It's my game. Okay. So, I also, you know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see that you could, like, interrupt the message, you know? Like, if I press it now. I mean, but then that would be that's too complicated. We don't need to worry about this. So what are you going to try and make with this engine? We could also do add text, and then it would, like, add on both. Daryl, my main motivation for using Godot is to collaborate with friends, namely friends like Pierogigon, who use Godot. Maybe even people like Variable. I don't know. But I want to collaborate, and I do want to just make things, too. I do just want to make things, right? So whatever I was doing, I might even, you know what I'm thinking, Daryl? I'm thinking I might, and this depends. This depends on what happens with Unity culture, with culture and Unity, right? If it seems like everybody's like definitely ditching Unity, then maybe I'll redo what I was doing in Unity in Godot. I might do that. So I'm either gonna do that or I'm gonna focus on collaboration. So I'm not going to do that today, but I do have GitHub desktop installed, and I'm going to start figuring out how to make sure I can keep repositories updated and work with other people. So that's a main interest for me, is to get a workflow with collaboration. And then besides that, I don't know. I want to ask you guys, but I already did for Unity, and I'm kind of thinking, if the Unity thing goes south, like truly, like all the way, then I'll just continue working on that in here. And otherwise, I'll ask you guys what I should work on. So that's kind of the plan. Good question. I'm just curious, if we do add text, how ridiculous will that be? Can I do, what are the Control F functions? Like, do we have like a replace all kind of thing? It's okay if not. I just thought I'd check. No, there's no replace. I just thought I'd check. All right, so let's just come in here. Let's make all these add. I just want to see how silly it looks. It might look kind of funny. Oh, we don't need to, we actually do want to set. We want to, I want to try adding for the hello world, and then we want to set the empty. So I can be like, hello, hello. That's pretty funny. So we can say, I think that makes a lot of sense, that you could say hello to each other constantly. I think that's very reasonable. I wish I could see these label boundaries a little better, if I'm being honest. Because it's just kind of hard to tell if they're overlapping or not. I guess I'll use like the ruler at the top, the guide at the top. Hello, 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 hello. I don't know, it just feels, it feels more correct. Oh, so now it's not resetting it correctly though. It's not actually unsetting those messages. Disappointing. Disappointing. Why would that be different? I mean, if I just say it once, and it says it once. Wow, it just straight up broke that. Why? I wonder why that breaks it. But then if I make this set, it won't be broken anymore. Huh. I'm a little surprised by that, actually. I'm a little surprised by that. Variable says, as someone who had switched from Unity to Godot, for now, I'll recommend not making projects like the one that is currently being made in Unity. Ooh. At least for the next few sessions. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point. Yeah, you know, and I mean, I will say, like, the one I was making in Unity is very much a learning process in and of itself, but I kind of can understand that point, that maybe making that was somehow more intuitive or easier in Unity, and if I try to do that in Godot, I might run into discouraging amount of problems or something. Since you started with text and conversation, maybe do a dating sim. Oh, I like that. I mean, a dating sim, I'm interested in that. Something like that. I'm inspired by that. Let's work with that. Let's pin that. Let's put a pin in that. I kind of like that. Just continue. All right, you know what? Let's do that. Let's keep building on this. This will be the beginning of something bigger. That's kind of a fun idea, Daryl. I really like that. You got good ideas. I like that. We didn't get to do the duck racing game yesterday, but that's okay. You're full of ideas. I like that. So I'm still kind of confused why add text. It's almost like because it's adding, there wasn't like a definitive end to like, and what would I call this? Like, this isn't a function to this line of code or something. And so maybe it didn't know to advance to the next one, but then it does because the other person says it. What it doesn't do is it doesn't, I'm so surprised. Well, what if I say this one is add text, but the other one isn't? So now I'm just kind of curious, like, how that is so breaking. So will this remove the... Oh, so it looks like the problem is not with the order of operations or anything like that. The problem is that once text is added, the set just like doesn't work. It overrides a set. I mean, I can't tell it to add. Is there like a remove text? I wonder. If I just say remove, I mean, I feel like there's remove pair. I feel like that's gonna fail. Like that looks like that's not gonna work. And I might have to tell it what text to remove, but we just crashed. Non-existent function, remove text. Yeah. I guess we could also like hide the label or something. I'm just surprised. And we could look, maybe I could look into the text so we can do the documentation here. Documentation for rich text label. Properties. Methods. Add text. Here's add text. Append text. Clear. Oh, clear. Let's try clear. Nice. Okay. So if I just say player message clear. Well, that's what I thought, variable. But it's not doing that. That's what I thought would happen. So if I do all this and I wait, it actually only clears this one because I did set text before. But because I changed it to add, I changed one to add text. It didn't work. So I wonder if I do just clear, if that will be enough. Hit it. No. Clear was not enough. When we say clear text. No such thing as clear text. Do we want to like say like a little parenthetical after? Oh, that changed its color to blue. That's something, right? Changed its color to blue as opposed to light blue. That's got to mean something. Hey! Neato. Hello. Boop. You are clearing ice set text. Only one player's text. I hear you. I don't know if you're... I feel like you're just not seeing what I'm doing here. So if I have this on... And maybe you are, but I just want to make sure. So I have the player message adding text. I have the NPC message setting text. So we're adding hello world. NPC is saying hello friend. And then after that, I'm having the player set text to empty parent quotes. And then I have the NPC message set text to empty quotes. When I do it that way, it does clear the NPC message, but it doesn't clear the player message, which to me means that adding text cannot be cleared with the method of set text. But set text can be cleared with the method of set text. Whereas if I come over here and I say clear with an empty parenthetical for the player message, then the add text can be cleared. It looked similar, but I made that little change. It's kind of cool though. I'm actually proud to have figured that little bit out. And so then I would guess that we could also clear the other text if we want to just keep it consistent. We could clear the NPC text as well. Boop, boop. Nice. I guess it would be nicer if we did hello world space, and then we can make them both add, and then they can just say to each other. You know, there'll be that weird interrupt with the timer. right? And then it'll just like keep, oh. So now it's like aggressively removing it. So there's something weird with the code. It doesn't actually restart it back to the beginning. It's actually now removing it much more quickly. So we are still able to add the text over and over again. What is a coroutine? What is a coroutine? What does that mean? What the heck does that mean? I like the sound of it though. Cheetos Plays, welcome, good to see you. How you doing? I'm doing Godot today, and I will be every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm doing text code. I'm doing text code. It's rough, but it's kind of working out for now. This is fairly intuitive as far as text code goes. So I guess we need to look up what a coroutine is. GDScript coroutine. Coroutines await and yield in Godot. A coroutine has the ability to pause execution. Text code Roblox now! I mean, look, there's definitely a likelihood that I ever try Roblox on this channel. It's definitely a likely. It is a guarantee that I will not do Roblox as a regular weekly segment. But maybe someday. Maybe someday. A coroutine someday as a one-off thing. A coroutine has the ability, and the reason is because I don't agree with their company's ethics is the main reason. Like if we're willing to boycott Unity, then Roblox deserves to be buried into the ground. With that said, there's amazing stuff being made on Roblox, and I really like Roblox. I just like don't know how I feel about like committing to representing and promoting Roblox is my issue. A coroutine has the ability to pause execution before the end of a function, return to its caller, and be resumed where it left off. Pause execution before the end of a function. Return to its caller. Yeah, this sentence means nothing to me. I appreciate that you understand. Again, totally respect all the great stuff that's being made in Roblox, for sure. And be resumed where it left off. It can be useful where you want to perform a repetitive action, but not on every frame. For example, checking the proximity of an enemy. That maybe helped me. Add 2 lines of clear right below line 10. Add 2 lines of clear right below line 10. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. You're saying just do dot clear, and that's a good thing to have done? This will be a good thing to do? Like that? Nah. Okay, it breaks immediately. There's no way that's what you mean. Maybe you mean player message clear and then NPC message clear, which still raises questions. But that makes a little bit more sense. Oh, this is interesting. There's certainly something happening here. Yo, variable, are you Danny or something? Yeah, this is Danny. Is Danny even use Godot? I don't think Danny uses Godot, but variable is amazing. Variable is amazing. Like, that's true. What do you mean is variable Danny? I got so many questions about that. Are you saying variable is low-key, like, got 3.5 million subscribers? Is that what you're saying? No way. That's not what you're saying. That's not what you're saying. Is that what you're saying? There's so many channels named variable. How did you even find it? It's not Danny. There's a lot of channels called variable. We can't even if we wanted to. Look at this. Hey, look, it's Unity. Good for you. Subscribe. What? Good for them. Look, they probably haven't posted in years. Danny's a great scripter, by the way. I see. Yeah, he is. Absolutely. Absolutely he is, dude. Who even knows? Absolutely he is. So this definitely did not do exactly what I would want.
In order to
but it's
stop
interesting what has happened. Let me get this back loaded. So now it kind of is clearing it before I can spam the player, but not before it can spam the enemies saying it. Danny is not just a great scripter. Danny is an amazing YouTuber. Danny is an incredible content creator. Yeah, I hear that you're using shorthand, but no idea what you mean. So it's okay. It's not a big deal, honestly. Actually, it does okay. If I don't put too much, it's able to clear it. If I do a bunch and it starts overlapping, that's when it gets messy. And now when I press it, oops, let me get in there. Oh wait, it came back. When I clicked away, and I'd come back. But once I start overlapping, it gets a little messy. I guess I'm just doing it too fast. Tap, 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 tap. It's a little confusing. I feel like there's some weird recursion happening here that I can't visualize. It's not a big deal. I guess I'd almost want to say, I mean, if we're saying await, right? It's awaiting for one text to be added. You know, I'd almost, in theory, in a perfect world, want it to wait until you've spammed it all the times that you're gonna spam it, right? And then it stops. Or rather, so if it's listening, has the player stopped spamming it? And if the player has stopped spamming it, then start the timer. But that's too much. So we're just gonna not have it be addable, because we're not ready for all that. That's just too much. And then we can keep the clear, because the clear works either way. And then I can spam it to my heart's content. Oh wait, no, it still breaks it. Spamming breaks it. Period. If I click away and come back. Wow. Maybe that, I wonder if that's because of the clear. So then if I do set text, make it blank, the same thing here. I'm actually only going to do it for the player and not the NPC. Everything's fine. If I wait the requisite amount of time, no problem. If I start spam, oh, actually, it's not doing the enemy now. Oh, so clear isn't working now. Or rather, clear is just very powerful. It's overpowering. So that there's a difference between doing set text blank and clear. Clear is like the final word. It's game over when you do that. But here I can spam it and stuff. And it just, this feels more interactive. If any, I guess what I want out of it is it to feel like I'm interacting, you know? And the other way just feels like there's glitches, which isn't as fun. Await basically makes the line below it invisible to the game for a set amount of time. Oh, interesting. Await makes the line below it invisible for a set amount of time. So when you repress the button, the lines below await were still set to be called no matter what. They were just waiting to be called. So await would need to happen alongside a timer, basically. It sounds like. I'm curious if this is partially an issue with having the await plus timers inside process, which is meant to run every frame. Oh, that sounds like it would cause weird behavior. Interesting. So you're saying that... So then what else would I do besides that? I wonder. Class notice, base class for all scene objects. Once all nodes have been added in the scene tree, they receive notification ready and their respective ready callbacks are triggered. For groups of nodes, the ready callback is called in reverse order, starting with the children, moving up to the parent nodes. This means that when adding a node to the scene tree, the following order will be used for callbacks. Enter tree of the parent, enter tree of the children, ready of the children, and finally ready of the parent, recursively for the entire scene tree. So maybe ready is what we want. And if we do that, I mean, I'm a little... Okay, we have to make sure we say pass. Because I wasn't sure if ready was just like a one-time deal. But I wonder... Whoops, I didn't mean to put a space there. I wonder what happens. Then it just doesn't work. Nah, that's not it. It's only running that part of the function when button was pressed. I like where you're thinking, Jam. I like where you're thinking. I like where you're thinking very much. This is the kind of stuff, I like this. I like problem solving. I like taking guesses and seeing what happens. But I think maybe ready is just like when the scene starts. So if we say, if I make, and just to like prove this out, if I come here, let's get a new label. I'm gonna say rich text label. Not that we need a rich text label. Whatever. Still not sure how to make it look big. Oh, wait, I see, with BBCode. So if we say size equals, we need to turn BBCode on. Size equals 10, that's not that big. 20. And we say, say hello. I don't know if that, is that actually BBCode? I think it might not be. I might have to say like font size or something. There we go. 20, not that big. 40, 50. Say hello. And then if I say that it isn't visible yet. Now, I don't even know how to do that. Oh, I guess, well, then I have to ask myself, what if I don't close it? We do say hello. So I'm actually not going to have it say hello. We come to the... Welcome in, Playboy Snacks. Good to see you. Yes, I'm doing Godot today. And every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And it's got text code. And I don't care. I'll do it. I'll learn it. It's kind of fun. I am kind of having fun, actually. So if we say function ready... And then I do, I guess I should label it. Let's label it. I'm going to call this instructions. So then if I do $, instructions dot add text. So that way it keeps that BB code, maybe. Add text. I guess I can also set text with the BB code in there as well. Add text, say hello. And then we run it. It appears. Nice. If we wanted to have a little fun with it, we could do await underscore get tree, create timer, let's say 475. I don't know. Timeout. And then it's going to hold on to this stuff. And we want it to update the instructions. I mean, I actually wanted to add a new line, ideally, but I don't know. I guess if we wrap it, it'll do it. And I kind of want it to be smaller. So I guess we could say add text. And then we could do the BB code. Font size equals 15. ... somehow. We might have to end the other font size. Probably not, but maybe. Let's see what that does. Say hello. Okay, it did kind of add it. It did not do the BB code. Oh, because we need a space. We need a space. And then let's make this a little larger so it all fits. Maybe, is it, let me see, is BB code, I'm thinking of, does it have non-breaking space? No. Horizontal rule? I don't know. I don't remember BB code. I don't use a lot of BB code. Maybe like paragraph? You got paragraph? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Okay, so let's try that. We'll say start a new line. And let's see what that does. Then we don't need the space. Say hello. It definitely is not applying the BB code, which is kind of interesting. I'm a little surprised that it doesn't apply the BB code. I'm a little disappointed, but that's okay. So what I could do is I could say this is instructions line 1. And we'll update this to underscore L1. And then I'm going to duplicate this. And we'll call, yeah, line 2. Yay, update the number for me. Thank you. And then line 2, we can say add text ... somehow. And then I'll come over here and shrink this down and make this font size 15. See what that looks like. Nope. What'd I do? Add text in base null instance. What am I? What am I? What are you talking about? Attempt to call function add text in base. What? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I believe I've typed it correctly. Oh no, nope. Nope. I spelled instructions wrong in here. We have to rename it. There we go. Just a little misspelling. Just a spelling error. No big deal. Okay, now let's try it. Say hello somehow. Nice. A little tiny. That's all right. Kind of a weird spot. Let's say 22. Nice. Dope. Cool. So yeah, so the ready seems to just be like when the scene starts, it executes that stuff. Coding's cool. Yeah, it's cool. Text coding, of course. What language is that considered? This is GDScript. GDScript. A good dope. Exactly. Yeah, so it's GDScript. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's not unintuitive. I just don't know it yet. Forget the awaits? What? Forget them? Okay. I'll now tell you an even more reliable way. Add only one timer to the scene. 2 timers are not required. Wait, you mean like, so now add to the, like add a node, like an actual, like this, kind of like we were doing before. Just drop a timer in there. Just drop a timer in there. I'm listening. I'm ready to adjust it as needed. Okay, so now we've got that. I want to do the goodbye stuff as well. Hello, world. Hello, friend. Hello, world. Hello, friend. Cool. And then if we want to say goodbye, I do want to adjust the text box a little bit. Oh, I guess I want it to be on the right side. So let me just do that. Where is that? Rich text label, displayed text, text selection, threading, markup. Where was all of that? Scroll active. I mean, is that this? Like, is this for different things? Oh, it is. Okay, so this text stuff, or this these settings in the inspector are all for the message, the label. Layout direction inherited. Anchor top left. I guess I want top right. No, that's not what I want. Dear God, don't do that. Wait, why did it just move it to somewhere else? Oh dear. Okay, hold on. Hold up. It looks like it's not undoing that. So I gotta put it back over here. No, I want it to be aligned differently. That's all I want. I just want to change the alignment. Auto wrap, tab size, content menu enabled, markup, threading, text selection, bitty text direction. I don't think we want that. Displayed text. Where can you just do alignment? Let's search. No. Okay. Not exactly sure how to make it be on the other side. Seems like that should be fit content. I wonder what that'll do for us. With the wow, YOLO, true, wow. Truer words have never been spoken. YOLO. Welcome, I don't know how to say your name. Ujwal. Welcome. What you say may be true. May be true. I see your sentiment. And it's important to live that way. Add to line 4, @on ready. Just called UJ. All right, UJ. Welcome. Welcome to Hyper Game Dev. We're doing Godot today. It's the first time I've ever done Godot, so I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really do text code that often, but today I'm doing it, and that's all right. It's not too bad. I'm trying to make a Hello World program, and we've got a way to I can come in here and press spacebar. Hello. We've got a conversation. And then I want to do a goodbye. But then we have some people helping me do this in different ways, and I really appreciate them for doing that. Add to line 4, @onReady. var timer. Timer equals timer. Okay. All right, I'll do it. I'm a little scared that we're going down a path. In line 4. Wow. Okay. All right, I'll do it. And we're going to add @on. Oh, this is new. @onReady. Oh, so is this like a different kind of function? Am I typing spaces here? It's kind of hard to tell if you're using spaces or not. Let me try. Oh yeah, you got a space. You definitely got a space. OnReady var timer timer equals $timer. This looks so wrong. Oh, but it's not giving me an error. So I guess you're not wrong. UJ says, me also doing my first small game in Unity. So I thought, let's search others for listening while doing my stuff. That's pretty cool. Well, welcome on in. I'm glad to hear that you chose Hyper Game Dev. I actually stream every weekday. I do live streams. Mondays, I do Unreal Engine. Tuesdays, I do something kind of fun called HiPipe. It's a less serious game engine and more of a fun game engine. And then Wednesdays, I have been doing Unity, but as you know, Unity is a little controversial, so we'll see what Wednesdays become. And then Thursdays, I do Godot, and Fridays, I do a game jam. Variable says, I'm slowly figuring this out. I'll tell you bit by bit. Understood. Parenthetical should not be in on ready. All right, got it. Ooh, look at us figuring out stuff together. I like it. So I'm going to try to get the goodbye stuff. I mean, I really want this text to be flush with the other head. I would really like that, and then we can do goodbye. I'm just surprised at how stubborn it's being about that. We can try the right to left, but I feel like that's just gonna print the text the other direction, which doesn't seem like what I want, but you know, whatever, we'll see what happens. So if I do not markup, not threading, not text selection, display text, it was here, there's text direction seems to be what we can change. Layout direction, we can try right to left. Oh, it just disappeared. No, it's just gone now. Now it's just gone. So that was the wrong choice. I tried Godot too, but there's so much less information on the internet. I'm just new, so I need a tutorial for learning. Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of good tutorials. It depends what you're looking for. You know, if I search for something pretty simple, like what am I doing right now? Godot rich text label. So I just search that up. You know, there's a pretty good amount of stuff here. And then what's also nice is that they have great documentation. So if you hit help and search help, like there's some good stuff in here. So we could do rich text label in here and we get a lot of nice stuff. This is a little bit more for using it in code. I wonder if I search in here, alignment. But I hear you. It's hard, especially when you're just starting. If you were using Unity, I assume you were doing C#, which evidently you can use in Godot. So if you get a C# library into Godot, you might be more familiar in here than you realize. And then in terms of navigating the UI, that is different, but there's a lot of similarities too, for whatever that's worth. Unlike label, rich text label doesn't have a property to horizontally align to the center. Instead, enable BBCode enabled. Oh, we have to use BBCode for rich text. Gotcha. Okay, all right, let's do BBCode. You know what? I'm fine with that. All right, BBCode it is. BBCode it is. So for the label itself then, I'm gonna say, which is unfortunate. It's a little unfortunate because if I do the BB code, I have to wrap it, which means I have to add text to it if I want it to behave that way. Which at that point, it's like, why are we doing rich text? Like maybe I should not be doing rich text because it should be called BB text, not rich text. You know, but what if I want to change it and make it fancy? Let me go back to this label. Let me pop in this label again. Does the label already have these options? Is label OP? It has horizontal alignment, vertical alignment, auto wrap. But what if I wanted to make it bigger is the thing, right? Like, I don't know that we have text size. Are there other ways to add text? Text edit. See, that sounds more like a multi-line text editor. That sounds more like something that the player can use, right? And then I'm not. So I guess I have some questions about how to do text. Godot text size, like just like text size, how to change text font and text size. Help me out. Coding is not a problem for me, UJ says. It's the function. But I really want to try Godot too. It's so fast and small size. I know, dude, it is. Like, I literally didn't even install it. I just downloaded it and ran it. And it loaded so quickly. And so far, if it ever has crashed, it's only been the runtime, and then the editor is still there. It's really stable. It's like, it is awesome. When you say the function, I'm not sure what you mean. I guess you mean like the UI and learning how to use the different things in there. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. I guarantee you, you can learn it, right? Like these engines, all these programs you've probably used Photoshop or Paint. You use YouTube, right? You're used to learning different interfaces. You have different phones or something, you know, with different applications. You can learn how different programs work. I know you can. Especially if you already know the code, like, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. Unity is kind of a mess. Like, Unity has a lot of useful stuff built into it, but compared to Godot, I gotta say, Unity is a little messy. So you might even like it. It's amazing, 25 and the full game engine. How impressive. Yeah, right. You got this. I believe in you, UJ. It's hard, especially if you've been using for something for a long time. But at least for me on Hyper Game Dev, I'm all about doing as many engines as possible. And I'm still new and learning a lot about game development in general. But learning multiple engines, it's almost like there's something taboo about it. Like, you gotta like go all in. You gotta pick one, pick Unreal, pick Unity, and never switch. But I don't get that mindset. And I think maybe this Unity debacle is an opportunity for us to all be like, you know, maybe it's good to learn multiple. Maybe it's good to learn multiple. Anyway, let me see. Yeah, teach me. Teach me. Oh, nice. No words, just showing. Okay, making a new project. Okay, I see. That's very good. It's all just tools. It is, because like the main skills for making game dev, I mean, the code is a cool thing because those languages can speak across applications, so that's cool. But even besides that, right, having a mind for logic and how things can piece together to make something be a game, that does not require a certain tool set, right? I mean, think about tabletop games, right? Where literally you can make a game by writing something down on a piece of paper, and that's a game, right? You don't need to know a program for that. You already know pencil and paper, you got it. But there's still similarities in game development regardless of the medium. It is all just tools. And then besides that, there's your mind and the way that you think about how games go together. And that's what transfers. Besides coding language, that's what transfers across engines. Okay, so they're adding a label. Okay, they're doing the label. They're up in Label Town. Okay, this will be interesting. They're typing some text. They're putting it in a different place. Okay. Oh, custom fonts. Oh. Load dynamic font data. You have to import a text font. Okay. So we have to go find a font, a TFF file, and then we can drop it in. That's cool. I might have one lying around. Neat. Okay. Okay. Cool. Oh, and then we'll have the settings. I see. That's very useful. I definitely have a font lying around. Let's go get one. So if we come down to control, where was that? Control, localization, input tooltip, theme? Maybe it was in theme. Let me just double check. Custom fonts. So now I don't have a custom fonts. Oh, here we go. Fonts. Wait. Where did you get that? There's theme, they have custom styles and custom fonts. Why does mine not have that? Let me type in custom. Maybe I'm missing something else about that. Because they just added a label in there. And it just had the custom font thing. It's kind of weird. Maybe it's like a different version kind of thing. Well, my excitement immediately is gone. Okay, noted. UJ says, hitting my mind on a piece of code for like 3 days and finally figuring it out. It feels amazing. 3 days, dang. That's a rush. I live for that stuff. Solving problems, that's like one of my favorite things about game development, is solving problems and then having the reward that something works after. Nice. Nice. Congratulations. Unless you're giving a hypothetical. But even if you're not, still congratulations. Even if you are. Where's the custom? So if I... oh, we're on the rich text. My bad, guys. I was on the rich text. Wait, not my bad. Wait, my bad is not real yet. I'm still not seeing it. So I've clicked on label. Let me get out the way. And I see... Let me zoom it in as well. Yeah, we're going zoom. We're going to really look into what this is. Because I would love to be able to have, because that seems important, right? Text seems like an important thing. No, type away. Type away. That's what it's there for. It's all good. Welcome, Freaker. Good to see you. I love when I wake up and know how to do something I was stuck on, like I solved it in my sleep. Dude, you're not... Someone was saying that the other day. Storm Run Gaming was talking about that. That's so real. Like, I don't know what it is about coding and making games. There's Storm... Speaking of Storm Run, I don't know what it is about it, but, like, just the way, like, our brains like work when we're trying, I did call you, when we're trying to solve problems in our sleep. Yeah, it does. Like I dream code. I definitely dream code. And especially if I'm like really like working, if I'm in a game jam or something, oh my gosh, like definitely. That's legit, solving problems. That moment waking up and it's solved, that's a beautiful thing. I'm in good company. Welcome, y'all. It's good to see everybody. Y'all my people. Y'all my people. I summoned you. Hope you're doing good, Storm Run. Welcome on in. I'm trying Godot today. A very simple thing that I'm trying to do right now is just figure out how to get some text size changes. I have a label selected. I wonder if it's, I mean, probably not. Maybe it's because it's nested in a rich text. I doubt that. In this little tutorial here, they've got, when they click on their label, they've got in the control section, anchor margin, grow direction, rect, hint, focus, mouse, size flags, theme, custom styles, custom fonts. I have layout localization tooltip. It just looks totally different. It's like a completely different menu, which is strange. Maybe we have to like change something else. Maybe I like missed something. Let's see if anyone in here. Because they just, all they seem to do is just create a label. And that's it. I do have this, no, the speed is normal. They're aligning it and stuff. But that shouldn't change anything else. So I don't really understand. Let's see if we can find a different tutorial. Because that one's not helping me. Speaking of, you figured out your problem in your sleep. Look at that. What the heck? I mean, and you were saying this the other day too. Like sometimes if you are banging your head on a desk and it's late, sometimes going to bed and waking up, it's like suddenly it's easier too. Just having gotten rest, help your brain be healthy, right? Like a healthy mind means healthy code. Yes, it is strange. It's cool. All right, this guy looks very confident in himself. So let's see if
Hello,
he
it's
can help
Marco
me.
here from Markham 3D, and we're going to be going
Oh, look, he's got the same stuff. He's got anchor, margin. Maybe we need to say Godot 4. Like, maybe it's different. Set default font in Godot 4. Godot text font 9 months ago. That sounds potentially recent. Let's see what this has got. No, but this also has anchor. Look, it's got all these things that I don't have. Anchor, margin, grow direction. I don't have any of those options. What's wrong with my label? Why is it so... I must be just missing something. Surely I'm just missing something. If I search for anchor, layout, maybe I need to just like expand something. I don't know. This feels like a relatively simple problem. But then again, not so much. They just are starting out. They're like in a different, it's like, are we using the same editor here? Are we using the same editor? Godot label can't set custom font. Something like that. Why can't I find some font options? Oh, here we go. Here we go. This person looks like they're dealing with the same problem. -1. That's my question is a -1 question, evidently. Under control, click theme overrides fonts new dynamic font and then select your font file. Okay. You can delete the line. I was unable to figure out an easier situation. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for trying, variable. It's an exciting thought. It seems like all the game editors are in the same kind of format. Files on left, details on right. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of similarities. Godot doesn't feel like strange at all. It really doesn't. Yeah, it is very similar. Totally. I mean, you know, that's nice. And that's another thing, right? When you're using, not only can you learn different editors, but you're going to find similarities in them as well. And it's going to help make it easier. So this person, it looks like this answer is just do it somewhere else. Under control, click theme overrides, fonts, font, new dynamic font, font data load. All right. Apparently, I just should have done that. Very well. I'll do it. I'll do it. Oh, there's a font. All right, good. Good. Let's do it. I will load. I should have. Okay. Directories and files. Where on earth are we? Do I want to do new font file? How do I add it to my project? Because this don't look like my computer. I don't know where we are here, but this ain't my computer. That's not the directory I'm looking at. So I guess I could drop it into my Godot folder. So let's do that. I'm going to open up my downloads where I should most certainly have some fonts lying around. Quite a few. Here's one. Let's do this one. Oh, it's an OTF. I hope that one's acceptable. Let's copy it. And I believe I put everything in documents. Oh, you know where I put it? I put it in public. So I'm going to come to my C drive somehow, eventually. C drive, users. Take your time. Godot can't access files outside of the project for this case. Understood. Evidently not. Evidently not. Okay, here we go. Godot. And then I'm going to paste it in here. And let's see if I can find it now. Let's see if I can find it now. Load it. There it is. Yes, we got a font, baby. And then we got sizes. Let's go. I'm going to say 30 pixels. And then maybe we can see kind of what it's going to look like. Oh. It's a script. That's okay. At least we can change the size. Nice. And then from here, perhaps we can also do the horizontal alignment on the right. Let's go. Nice. I kind of like the font. It's kind of fun. Let's go big. Make it 50. Nice. Cool. Good. Looks very nice. All right, so now I want to apply it to the other label as well, so that way we have the same font in each of them. We'll do theme overrides, fonts. So theme overrides is where we want to go. I guess those tutorials just had a different version or something. Something was different. Theme overrides, fonts. This looks very different. Oh, is this a rich text? This is rich text. That's why. I see. But maybe we can still do it in a rich text, though. That way I don't have to create a new thing. Let's see. Load a font. I think we can. It looks like we can. And then font size, normal. And we have different options. There's a bold font, an italics font. Oh, cool. So if we wanted to do the BBCode to define how differently it looks with the rich text format, we can define how different that looks in the bold italics and stuff like that. I like that. I'm going to say size 50. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the other one, the MPC message. Fonts, normal font. Load the one that we added. Come to the font sizes, and I'm going to make it size 50. Oh, right. That's why we were going to switch, because we don't have the left and right. That's why I wanted to use the label instead. I gotcha. Can you convert something? No, we should just replace it. Let's just replace it. So I'm going to add a label. Got to do a little backtracking. That's okay. So why don't I just undo until we get that label back? There it is. And then I'm going to name this, or I'm going to delete MPC message. And I'm going to label this MPC message. I wonder if, since it's the same name, if the code will just find it. That was kind of strange a minute ago. My power has been off for a few hours, and as soon as I get on, I hear my name. That means something. That means something. What? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be superstitious. But it's interesting. It is very interesting. Maybe I brought your power back. You're welcome. You're welcome. Lee's the deity. Please do not deify me, dear God. Okay, so MPC message. We don't want to say hello, but it's nice to see that it works. And then let's add another one. I thought of the same things. I am all powerful. I am mighty. I'm just normal. With ADHD and autism. We're going to say player message here. Oh, so it renamed it because there already was one. I'm going to delete the existing one. And then let's get the 2 off of there. Oh, I guess I could have just duplicated the other label. That's okay. And we're going to say load, get the font, make the size 50. Like that. That's the MPC message. I want to leave that alone. Oh, looks like I'm having trouble selecting it. I don't know how, I wish I could see some of these better. I will say, but we'll get by. We'll be all right. It's going to be quite large. I feel like we need to move our character away further. How do we zoom? There we go. Control plus and minus did the trick there. Just so I can get a good wide thing here. And that's it. Let's see if it works. I didn't change anything in the code yet. I'm hoping it just recognizes the names and it works. It does! Nice. I love it. Looks like we need to adjust the size of this box a bit. So we press a button. Hello world. Hello friend. And then it goes away. I love it. It works. Okay, so then the last thing I want to do is the goodbye. And then we'll call it. Hello world. Hello friend. Beautiful. Beautiful. We can just keep talking. ChatGPT, step aside. We got this game. When something happens like that to me or my friends, we say Carrie, as in the movie. Carrie, wait, what happens in Carrie with like, I mean, I know she has like the worst period ever, and then gets made fun of, and she gets really evil about it, but it's awesome. But wait, what else happens? I like that for you and your friends. I can't say I understand it as well as I'd like to, but I appreciate it. Anything to keep Carrie in the public consciousness. Dope. I just love it. I'm just like so proud that we just like already have this. This is way better than the Hello World that I made in Unity. It's so much better than that one. Okay, so let's get goodbye. So we have two inputs set up. We went to project settings, and we set up in the input map tab, hello and goodbye. So hello is triggered by enter, KP enter, E and space. So I don't really know what KP enter is, but it seemed like a good one to add. And then for goodbye, you press escape, Q, delete, and and backspace. Sorry, delete and backspace. I guess we should also have the title enter or change, right? Because right now it starts out by saying say hello somehow. And so once you figure it out, that doesn't update. I kind of feel like that should update once you say hello, right? Because now you've said hello. So that's cool. Blue's my favorite color, so I like the editor's choices. There's a lot of blue. It's actually, like, Godot is beautiful. Like, it's got this really, like, bluish gray, just dark bluish gray background everywhere. It's just really nice. There is a lot of good blue. And it uses colors well in general. Yeah, look, maybe it's time for us to use some more Godot in our life. I'm just saying, it's a nice one. I'm liking it so far, even though I still have a lot to learn with code. So let's go back to the script, and I'm going to say, so if you do say hello, if that does happen, we have input is action just pressed hello. All that stuff happens. Maybe we could also say that message updates at the top. So we could say so we're going to call on the instructions, and we're going to update those. And I kind of want the other thing to go away as well. I'm going to say instructions L1 add text. Now say goodbye. And then I'm going to also have the somehow go away. So we actually added that text. So that's kind of the problem, is this is adding text, because this is before I knew about the font stuff. And so we have BBCode in there with the size, and so it's actually adding the text. And I found that I can't actually add BBCode through the script, unfortunately. So we might want to, I think we should update it. I'm going to have this do set text, say hello. I'm going to have this do set text somehow. And then we're going to make this set text as well. It's not going to work yet. Let me go back to the scene. And then instead of having these instructions here, instructions underscore L1, instructions underscore L2, I'm going to duplicate the player message, and I'll call this instructions underscore line 1. Put this up here. And I'm going to give it a different font, just so we have some variety. I have, let's see, this was the script. Let's get the regular version. Let's do demi bold. I'm going to copy this, we're gonna go to our Godot folder right here, paste in the fonts, and then when I click on the instructions, we can come down to theme overrides, fonts. It's already got that font, but we actually want to change it. We want a different one. I'm gonna load this other one, and this one is going to be where we update it, and the size 50 seems good. I'm going to make it maybe even bigger. Let's make it 75, a little bit bigger. Nice. If I hold Alt and drag this, it'll drag it from the center, which is kind of cool, kind of nice. And then I'm going to duplicate that, and it'll automatically name it L2 for me, which is wonderful. And then for this one, I'm going to say that the font size is, let's say, 30. And let's just see if that works as it is. Kind of. It looks like we put it up way too high. Not a terrible problem, if I'm being honest. Say hello somehow. Nice. Let's make that centered. Vertical alignment. I think I'd want this one to be vertically aligned at the bottom, and this one to be vertically aligned at the top. Let's see what that looks like. Say hello somehow. Very nice. Hello world. Hello friend. Now say goodbye. I love it. Looks good. I guess we say it when anything telekinesis or telepathic like happens. Nice. She did have some pretty magic powers. That movie is awesome. I love that movie had enough of an impact to like bleed into your friend group's lingo. I'm gonna remember that. I might use that. I might borrow that. That's a pretty cool reference as far as they go. Not many movies do what Carrie does, even to this day. So we have the text changing. Now say goodbye. I guess I would want the somehow to change as well. I'm going to say it goes away after await, get to recreate timer. So we'll say once you press it, you figured it out. So we could say like immediately the somehow goes away. And then we can say it comes back again for a tiny bit of comedic timing. It's just a little bit. And the somehow it returns. All right, let's see what we get. Say hello somehow. Hello world. Hello friend. Now say goodbye somehow. I like it. I like it. And then I kind of want the timing to be different, if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest, I kind of want the timing to be different, but it's fine. We'll let it go. So now we'll want, now I'm not sure what I should do here because I want a new input, right? And right now we're having this function process delta, that is to say every frame check for these things if they're happening. And if input action hello is pressed, then carry out all of this stuff. So my guess, and I could be wrong, is I can just say if input is action just pressed, goodbye, then we can do this and say pretty much all the same stuff. I basically want it to be the same, right? Maybe we can add in a quit game or something. So we want it to set the instruction text to be gone and the player message to be goodbye world. The NPC message, goodbye friend. And then the player message goes away. The instruction text Actually, we could have the instruction text go away right away. We don't need any more. Or we could just say, now we can, now please leave. Now please leave. Now please leave. And then we'll just quit the game or something. And the NPC message can erase. That's fine. Goodbye. We'll just have a little extra goodbye at the end. Okay, let's see if that works. So here's the thing. If I say goodbye right now, so that's gonna fire that immediately. If I wanted that to not yet be possible, I don't even know. I honestly have no idea. Like, that seems a little outside of what I'm able to figure out here. Could not tell you. Hello. Now say goodbye. Goodbye, world. Goodbye, friend. It's a little awkward, but it kind of works. I guess I kind of want the NPC message to go away sooner or something. Or maybe have another await after this. Just kind of feels a little sudden. So we could do another await like this. And let's see what that looks like. Say hello somehow. Hello, world. Hello, friend. Goes away. Now say goodbye. Goodbye, world. Goodbye, friend. Now please leave. Goodbye. And then it can quit the game. I don't know how to... Like, how would I even say that? Like, I wanted to... Ideally, we don't have access. Like, the input isn't possible to say goodbye at first. I guess it doesn't matter. It's not that important. This works. I'm not gonna worry about it. This works. I feel really happy about this. Let's figure out how to get the game to exit, and then we'll call it. So I'm gonna say GDScript exit game. Is there a way to close a game using GDScript? Get tree quit. Oh, yeah. Simple pimple, baby. Let's go. We'll say goodbye. We could add like a, maybe like 0 point, I don't know, 3 seconds. And then get tree quit. I feel like that's not gonna work. I feel like we have to, could I do like a comma or something like this? Would that work? Nope. Nope. Or just like start a new line, a new space. Expected end of statement, found identifier instead. I mean, will it just work if I hit enter? Let's find out. Say hello. I'm gonna say goodbye right away. Now please leave. Goodbye. Yay! It worked! Let's go. That's our game so far, folks. We made a whole game today. We're done. I'm done. This is my first foray into Godot, and it's not too bad. We can say hello to our friend by pressing a button. Hello, world. Hello, friend. Well, that's so lovely. And we can even keep saying it. It says goodbye. I ain't saying goodbye. I'm saying more hello. I'm saying hello again. I'll say hello as much as I want. As much as I want. Hello, hello, hello. You know what? Forget it. I'm saying goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, friend. Now please leave. Ciao. I like it. It kind of gets rid of the goodbye in a weird time. Because it keeps this goodbye. Or it reprints it? Oh no, that worked. We're good. Hello, world. I like it. It's fun. I feel like I made something. I couldn't have done it without you guys, though. So let's keep that real. Goodbye, Rogue. Goodbye, friend. Now please leave. Goodbye. It makes me smile. Woo! Yes, not too bad. Not too bad. Bye. Bye, Freaker. Freaker made this music you're listening to, by the way. So thank you, Freaker, for letting us use it. UJ is back. Welcome back, UJ. It's Ash. Very interesting stream. Looking forward to the next one. Me too. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in. It's Ash and for saying hello. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm going to be doing this every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I will do this. Godot, I'm brand newbie. I'm a brand newbie, as brand and newbie as it gets. But with recent news that Unity is going full evil corporation, it's never been a better time to start, so here we are. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a game jam. I do a 1-hour game jam every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I stream every weekday. And you can join using any engine you want. You can use Unity. We won't be mad at you. That's fine. I'm okay with that. We got some wonderful people who support this channel. A lot of them use Unity, and I like them still. I ain't mad at them. So yeah, come through, share your Unreal game, share your Dreams game, any engine you want. But you gotta make it in 1 hour. In 1 hour, that's what we do. It's just a way to learn how to kind of see what your brain knows and connect neural pathways that you haven't ever connected before. Even if you fail, I fail all the time. All the time. I don't succeed in finishing a game in 1 hour. But the point isn't to successfully make that game. The point is to see what happens if you try to make the game, and often we're sharing incomplete things. So yeah, maybe consider seeing what it's like. Give it a shot if you want to. I'm here every Friday. There's always a chance to jump back in. Those were just the patrons that I showed, but guess what? Those are the paid patrons. You don't have to be a paid patron. If you go to patreon.com/hypergamedev, you can join on the free tier. You don't need a credit card, nothing like that. It's just an email newsletter that you'll get every Friday. It has a live stream that you can't get anywhere else but Patreon. It's totally free. It's just a way to stay connected, and your name won't be on this list, but it's still a really cool way to support the channel and know what's going on with the channel. Besides that, you can support Hyper Game Dev by hyper smashing that thumbs up button. That's enough. Hit that thumbs up. That'll let YouTube know that we're doing a good job and our content will be seen by more people. So thanks if you're able to do that. Other than that, if you're watching this after the live stream, all right, and I've updated everything, then you're gonna see a video right here. And this is a video that YouTube thinks is a good recommendation for you. So go check that one out, and I hope it was a good one, and I'll see you there. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for helping. Variable, Key, Jam, UJ, Playboy Stacks, everybody who came through. Daryl, Cheetos Plays, you all are amazing. Entropy Freaker, thank you all so much. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.